Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice.
So from where we left off previously, you were talking to Farah down in the Eluskan ruins. So various different conversations about the sword and also about the upcoming meeting. Also mentioning that shouldn't she be heading over to the meeting at this point in time, which is where we're picking up from. So Farah seeming to stretch slightly with a faint sigh. I'd best be getting to the meeting, however. However, since you are all here, you're welcome to join me. I'm sure Kaiten wouldn't mind, and to be perfectly honest, I would appreciate not being the only person in the room not smelling of fish and seaweed, giving the party a slight smirk, before grabbing her beautifully crafted rapier from its position leaning against a nearby wall. A slight pang of... Oh,
yep.
Sorry. Just to finish off that bit. A slight pang of hate seeming to brush you all at the sight of an archaeologist wielding, clearly, a magical weapon. Strapping it to her slender waist, she brushes the dust from her garb and begins to head past you.
Okay, it's like pang of hate.
Yes.
Hmm.
You're right.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just go along.
Head to the meeting.
I guess we're gonna follow along, but I'm gonna smell myself to see if I do smell seaweed.
Okay.
Roll a smell check. Good luck.
Smell check? What would that even fucking mean?
Yeah, roll a fucking intelligence check. I don't know if you know what seaweed smells like. You're a horse after all.
Fuck.
You know, I was thinking Constitution,
I
but
got
yeah.
20.
Okay.
-1.
Without knowing
Well, that's
what
only 20.
seaweed smells like, or fish. Well, you kind of know what fish smell like, but without knowing what seaweed explicitly smells like, you're fairly confident in your assertion that you do not smell like seaweed.
Hell yeah. One of you idiots smell like it.
You do notice that you do smell a bit of hay, though.
Yeah? Okay. I'm okay with that.
Do they smell male horse or not?
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
With the nat 20, she does. She can't seem to get rid of the scent of the male horse.
I'm gonna fucking end
After
you both.
spending so many times, so many months on the road with that male horse, by her side, that
I'm gonna kill
its
you
scent
both.
seems to linger.
Shut up.
Unbelievable cringe.
You are weird.
Following behind Farah as you all pass by the various rooms on your way out of the Eluskan ruins, Farah calls back slightly. I just need to get changed. I won't be a moment. Before disappearing into one of the camping bedrooms that you had previously searched. So this one that you knew that she was pretty much staying in.
Yeah, it's fine. Might as well move up here.
A short... Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what did you say, Flint?
I said I suppose I'll move up to here.
Oh, okay, so, yep. A short while later, Farah appears from the room, well, up the stairs and into wherever you guys are. Her hair seems let down from her familiar ponytail, and an expensive-looking chainmail seems fitted over her clothes, sporting a silver inlaid tabard, with a small pin of a wide-brimmed hat and feather on her breast. Let's not keep the captains waiting, shall we?
Is that reminiscent of Jax's one? Look?
Do you want to do Yeah, just let's do a check.
Alright. Guessing that'll be a spot
Check.
then.
Yeah.
That is... Oh, it's one of my bad ones.
I'll roll one as well, but mine's not exactly that good.
Nice.
It's fine, I got you.
Oh.
15.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah, Silent kind of walked in front of you when you were trying to look at what it might have been, and he's Silent, you're able to tell, yeah, it seems fairly reminiscent of
How
it.
about my 22?
I'll turn around to Lathea and I'll be like, does that remind you of Jax's hat at all?
Civi also saw it, and like I guess Silent was looking at it, Civi was poking their head up above Silent, and then Flint was kind of in the back going, "Hey, down in front."
The fuck?
I could see over Flint. I'm just saying. I don't need to move past him. I can see over him.
Yeah, but with his nat one, he saw nothing.
Me
He
just
got
walking in front of Flint to
die.
look at the hat.
He was looking at the person like, "What are you doing in front of me? I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
And so, heading out of the ruins and into the street, your armored party is given little hassle as you make your way towards the bridge, passing over towards the looming host tower. The guard presence seeming to increase a decent amount as you pass onto the first island. However, Farah seems to guide you not towards the host tower, and towards a distinctly smaller tower and more fortified looking buildings on the first island. So
That's on
like,
the south side.
yeah, so
Yeah.
if I focus ping everyone, so like there.
Oh yeah, so that's the Kurth meetup.
Yep.
Okay.
As you approach the small tower, the guards seem to approach you all, walking up towards you. Farah stepping ahead of you all slightly to meet them, and after a few moments of arguing and some choice gestures towards your party, they seem to relent, gesturing for you all to come forward as they unlock the tower door. Instead of taking you to what you would have thought like the top of the tower or anything like that, they seem to take you through a back passageway and somewhat of a hidden door, leading you through to a circular hallway adorned with swords. Heading along, Farah opens a doorway inside and you're able to now hear a fair amount of raised voices bickering back and forth. So she's just walked into what you could probably perceive to be the meeting room.
Can I do a listen check on the bickering before we enter the room?
Yeah, sure.
16.
Wow, your dice aren't rolling for me and it's making me cringe. I want to hear the
Reload the
class
page.
dice.
Oh yeah, that one.
Because I think
I'm gonna roll a listen check as well.
I'm just rolling this because... Yeah, okay, I can hear my own dice, I can't hear theirs, but...
I can't hear yours.
Sag. So, ahead of them, Civi, you're able to make out that there seems to be two main voices in there that seem to be bickering back and forth about loot and distribution of various pieces that you aren't really able to... You can't really hear what they're arguing about, but it's items of worth and they're arguing about who should get them or who should get a cut of them.
Okay.
Cheers.
I'm typing in things at the moment.
Now he's clearly playing Bitburner.
Oh yeah, mate. I can literally send you the fucking notepad that I'm filling out right now.
The notepad for bit.
I'll still be able to hear everything. I'm just gonna take a piss quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I might also just quickly... Oh. Gives Flint time for his notepads.
I just want to say I'm almost done with my fucking alcohol already.
How? It's been like 15 minutes.
I've been drinking for 3 hours now.
Oh, okay.
After finding a possum outside, we decided, you know what? Alcohol.
You got spooked by a possum and decided I need a drink.
No, more like we had to kill the possum because our other huskies tried to kill it. So,
Did you get any good loot?
No, we got some good pictures, but as soon as I receive them, I'll let you know.
Ah,
Our current network is so fucking ass. It just this.
and you had the audacity to question my internet connection.
Yes, because it's already dying again.
What? No, that was because I was in a different room in the house.
I will make fun
Now.
of your phone connection,
How dare you?
as I have my god tier internet.
This topic
Tyrion.
in Vernon betrayed us and has been dealt with. Lather is getting quite tired of incompetent hands. Alright, so that's all filled in. Oh yeah, I was just filling in Lather's knowledge sheet.
Yep.
We're good to go.
Okie dokie.
Wait, who's
Yeah,
Lathan
I'm
getting
just waiting
tired
for
of?
Silent to come
Sorry.
back.
I'm gonna have a chicken nugget then.
What was that, Civi, by the way?
I was asking who's Lathan are getting tired of?
Incompetent hands.
He's getting tired of all the horsing around. Ah,
I was coming back. I could actually still hear you.
true. Okay.
I have Bluetooth headset. I can hear everything.
I know, I'm a
Nice.
competent hand.
Well, you're the only one that hasn't like massively fucked something up.
Man, I just joined you. At least I want to killed your problem. Like I did something.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, 4 or 5 of Lather's party members had like just fucked things up, gotten themselves killed, or they had to be killed. So it's just, ugh. These
Like
people.
Lathia's like, man, fuck these people.
How do I reach these people?
Well, clearly you figured it out with me, Flint. You offered me 300 gold.
You're cheaper than
Okay.
your sister.
So, are
offered
you
me,
guys heading in?
business?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you enter, a small cowled figure walks out from beside you. So he was just inside the doorway, blocking your path somewhat. And do you want to roll a will save?
To
Yep.
all of us?
Yes.
Alright, so this is Lathy's. And
What the fuck, Flint?
You have 11 will save?
multi-classing plus save items.
Oh, okay.
And here is Charles' will save. 20
Oh no.
plus 6. And he gets a nat 1.
My goodness.
who-
You're getting
wait.
that.
Oh, that was Silent that rolled the 21.
Huh?
Okay. I just saw
Yeah.
Flint's 28, and I saw the 21 afterwards, and I thought that was both Flint's characters. Then I saw him roll another
No,
one.
I rolled the 21.
Yeah, okay. So,
Damn, I thought my will save was good, but man, fuck me.
Civi, do you have any knowledge arcana?
Yes.
Do you want to roll?
Sure.
Just Civi?
That's a good roll.
Well, it's anyone who has knowledge arcane can roll this.
Alright, cool.
I'll
Oh,
give a +2 circumstance bonus to anyone who passed, which is Flint and Silent.
Alright, nice. Now I get a plus 12.
I don't have the skill, I can't roll it.
Yep. Silent, you can tell that the figure that walked in front of you just tried to read your minds. Well, tried in your case, succeeded in other cases.
Ah,
Call him out. Call him out. Call him bitch.
I suppose at this moment he didn't get
uh,
much from Charles.
I'm
And-
going to whisper to Lathia and be like, that figure just tried to read our minds.
Yes, I'm quite aware.
A tall, slender drow with a wide-brimmed pirate hat seems to walk out and place a hand on the shoulder of the person who attempted to read your minds, shaking his head. Inside the room appears to be a large circular table with various different people surrounding it, some of which you know, some of which you don't know. Taking a seat near one of the richer looking members, there appears to be Farah.
What, do we see Chitin?
Chitin's not in the room though.
Yeah, that's
The
what I was
room
asking.
seems
Because
to be-
Farah said that wasn't Chitin going to be.
Farah had mentioned that it was a meeting that was set up with them, but don't think she had mentioned whether or not like Chitin would be appearing, but he is certainly not there.
Oh.
It seems to be, the room seems to be filled with weather-beaten looking folk, very heavily armored, and for the city, looking like they are more nobility, if you can say such a thing in such a place.
Yeah, I get you.
You don't know, I don't think you've seen any of them. Flint, do you have any knowledge in...
Oh yeah, I've got nobility, geography, local, and history, if any of those count.
Take your pick. I'll let you roll one.
Alright, so I will go with nobility and royalty, which is a +7.
I have
25.
Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge Arcana.
You're able to easily spot that the person that Farah is situated next to is the Captain Kurth. So the owner of the place that you are currently in, and Ship Kurth, one of the mightiest ship pirate captains in Luskan. Well, not pirate captains, but high captains. Beside him, you think...
So his
well,
name
not
was just
beside
Kurth?
him. Yeah, Kurth.
Yep.
The other person, you're able to make out his symbol, but you don't know him by his face or anything. But he seems to wear the sigil of Ship Renthor. So you assume that this person must be Kensidon the Crow, the current leader of a very conniving high captain group.
Ship Renthor, was that it?
Yep, Ship Renthor, Kensidon.
Yep.
As Farah takes her seat on one side of Captain Kurth, the arguing about loot seems to continue on for a short moment, while a few other drow sit around in corners looking very bored with themselves. Kensidon, noticing you all enter, he seems to kind of look up, gesturing towards your party with an open palm. Who are these jokers?
Did he ask that to us? I was just
Yeah.
typing that in. What the power dynamic was with the people. That was to us.
Yeah. He kind of like open hand, kind of just like hand up in the air, just like, who are these jokers?
Yeah, I suppose Leahy will respond with I'm just thinking, I've got to think of something good to say here. Someone who has mutual beneficiary reasons for being here.
Farah seeming to pipe up somewhat. They work with us. Kensidon seeming to nod once or twice. Yeah, I know that. Kensidon. Yeah, these are some of the other workers at the ruins at the moment. However, since we've now got everyone here, we have to turn to what we're actually here about, don't we? He seems to be ad-libbing quite a bit of this, as if he's fairly drunk even at this point in time.
Jeez.
Well. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I probably should have.
Nice drop, man.
So, Farah, you mentioned yesterday that nothing can be done until you get those... Farah, what was it you were saying yesterday? Captain Kurth seeming to snap his fingers a few times, trying to recall. An uncomfortable silence seeming to settle on the table before Farah sighs. Cockatrice tears. Kurth seeming to interrupt as if she was going to go on. Yeah, cockatiers, that's what I was saying. So,
Oh no.
we need to get like some of those, because we have 2 days or so. Kentiden, you got any like info on your side surrounding this? Do I look like I keep a menagerie? Well, maybe. I mean, you are named after a crow after all. A small chuckle of laughter coming from Captain Kurth. It's probably someplace. I know there's a menagerie dealer. He's north side, like Mirabar-esque area. Don't know, it's very underground though. The conversation seeming to go on a little bit.
North side. What was that guy's name?
Kentiden the Crow.
No, did he mention the name of the person who had a menagerie at Northside?
No, he didn't seem to know who it was. He knows that there is a menagerie, kind of like underground, kind of like black market-esque sort of a thing. You could ask him.
Yeah, give me a sec, just typing that in. I suppose I'll ask him, would you happen to know the name of the person in that menagerie who owns it?
Oh, buggered if I know, really. I know that there's someone over there. He deals with like quite a few magical creatures. Cockatrice is that like chicken-looking fucking thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it. Surely he has one of those. Wait, how rare are they? If you're looking for a handout, Kurth, I'm not going to be going and giving you any money until I see some feedback. I need to get something out of this. We're taking a big risk here.
So that was to...
That was Kentiden
Yeah,
talking to Kurth.
Yeah. Yeah, just typing things.
Oh,
Yep.
good.
Suppose I'll so what do we need these teas for?
Farah seems to do a sense motive.
Yep, I think I'm actually pretty decent at that. Oh, fucking should be.
Now,
I'm okay at it.
Just Flint or all of us?
Anyway, yeah, everyone.
So that's Lathy's on the set. So Lathy got a 12. I'll put in Charles. I think Charles is fucking awful.
Mine's awful.
Was that your 1d20 plus 7 there?
Yeah, so I got a 12. Charles got a 18.
I got a 20.
I got a 1.
Silent was distracted by what he thought was a butterfly, but was actually just like one of the drow blinking with dark vision. Civi, however, you noticed that Farah shot you guys a like small glance that was sort of along the lines of "shut the fuck up," like "don't ask that" kind of like gist, or "don't ask that in this room right now."
Okay, I guess with that, I will tap Lathier on the shoulder and just shake my head no.
Farah seeming to pipe up slightly, and so she needs to roll a bluff check. Where's her?
If she fucks this up, I can fix it.
Oh dear, she does not have good bluff. And this is against 2 pirate captains. So each one gets a roll.
They're a pirate captain. They should have decent charisma.
Yeah.
Are they dread pirates?
They're high captains.
Right. Okay. So
Before, this is as Farah's saying, oh, nothing really important. It's It's something we need to test when we're down in the ruins. There's a lot of magic about, and some of the doors are not quite opening. Cockatrice tears are fairly magical, and we thought that it might help in some way. You can tell by the faces of the two high captains that they do not seem to believe her. However, they don't seem to press the subject either.
Alright, because yeah, if that was going to go any other direction, I would have come in on that.
Yep. Kensidon seems to, Kensidon seems to wave away the kind of like conversation as he seems to lick his dry lips slightly. Eyeing Farah with a strange and uncomfortable glare. At least, Kath, as a token of our alliance, I reckon she should stay with Ship Renthor. At least for the time being. I mean, dealing with the underground networks of Luskin is more of my sort of a deal. I think she's better suited to be in my house for, well, safety at least.
Oh.
I suppose I'll kind of pop up and say, for now, why don't you stick with me for a few days and then she can go with you?
I don't think that'll work out. I mean,
Can I roll on that one?
You're going to be rolling a what exactly?
Diplomacy on that.
You can try, yes.
That is there.
If she was, then, like, what are you going to give us then? I mean, we've yet to see any reimbursement from your noble captain over there, so if I give her over, then what exactly are you going to give me?
Can I use my class, noble class feature, favor here?
What does it do?
Yep, so let me just pull that up exactly, because it's been a while since I've had to use this. So,
I think the last time you used it was with a dwarf.
it was when I bought the backpack.
Are you going to try and curry favor? Unfortunately, we're not in India. Sorry. Bad joke.
Right, so I need to beat a... How it
Cheers.
works is I need to beat a DC 10 on a raw dice roll with no modifiers or anything. Wait, so hang on. Add the characters... Yeah, okay, I'm not a... Yeah, so this would be a base roll. So it's a... I need to beat a DC 10 with a 1d20 plus 1. And this pretty much...
What's the ability called?
Favor. I'll link you the page for the noble. Here you go. It's a feature of the class itself. If you're wondering, this is a Dragonlance class.
Call in favors from those he knows, making... This is trying to call in a favor from those he know. So what exactly is the favor? And because you don't know anyone in the room except for Farrell, really, and Jarl Axel.
I was going to ask if that was him, but because you never said his name, I was like, yeah, it's him. Right. Okay, so I'll have to do this the other way then. So he hasn't been paid for anything, right?
At least that's what you're getting from the conversation at this point in time, yes.
I suppose I'll ask him, what haven't you been paid for?
Do you think it's cheap? Like, pretty much buying up a portion of the city so that we can, start doing some delving? Do you think it's cheap to keep the host tower off our backs?
So am I speaking to... Quirth
This
right
is
now?
Kensington
Oh,
Kensington the Crow.
Okay. Oh, wait. I thought Kurth was the one funding this.
Kurth is funding it, at least in part. Do you reckon, though, the host tower would allow him to, like, buy up a bit of the city, though? Like this? Especially magical ruins? Nah. I'm the one doing the deals here. And
So,
I'm promised at least half of what's down there. Magical or no. And so far, we've been here at least a month. I'm draining resources. I'm the one that's putting the effort in here. Curse doing nothing. I'm just saying that, like, a little bit of remuneration. Let's have, just to make sure that no funny business is being pulled here. I reckon Farah's staying with me.
So Kurth isn't going to say anything to him saying that he's done nothing?
Well, I was allowing you guys to speak first, but yeah, he does have some things to say.
Yeah, because I was going to see what Kurth has to say on that.
Yep. Kurth seems to pipe up slightly, raising his voice quite harshly around the room. We're in this together. I haven't got anything out of it yet, so why the fuck are you thinking that you should be getting anything out of it so soon?
Goodness.
And so here's where bickering seems to break out with quite a few choice words about the other party. Few of the surrounding guards on either side of each pirate captain seeming to kind of tense up slightly.
I suppose now I'll speak up and say, "Oh, right then, well, it would say that for you to request something at this stage when both investors haven't received anything would be a bit, well, biased on one side. If Farah was to stay with me for now as an impartial member of this, we'd be able to keep bias outside of dealings going forward."
Impartial? You fucking work with him. Literally walked into this room. He said you worked with him. You work with her. This isn't impartial at all. She's coming with us. Kurth seeming to step up, sighing slightly. Fine. Meeting adjourned. Farah seeming to be quite upset with this outcome, but nevertheless somewhat walking over to Captain Kensington's area as they begin to take their leave.
Guess we're never seeing her again.
Nope.
Rip Bozo.
As a few
I'll
of
do
the
as much
others
as I
seem
can
to-
without getting stabbed.
As a few of the others seem to, a few of the attendants seem to leave the room, Kurth seems to beckon you all over.
Walk over.
You lot. Sorry. You lot, however. Come here. Whispering slightly, despite the fact that most people were filtered out of the room, aside from a handful of drow who seem to be lingering in the room. Farah's a lot more valuable than Kensington knows. And what's happening here will go tits up if he finds out why. Get her out of Ship Renthor's custody before the full moon in 2 days. That's when that ceremony is going to take place, with that thing that they found down there. I ain't waiting another fortnight, or however long it takes. I've waited too damn long. Now get the fuck out of here.
Captain.
Okay, so just to be clear,
Sorry.
if I heard this correctly, he wants us to go get Farah and leave.
He
No,
wants
get Farah
you
back
out
to
of-
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure I heard correctly.
He said that like some sort of ceremony seems to be happening in 2 days. So far
okay.
from what you've learned from this, there's something about a cockatrice. I'm not sure what its use is, and Farah seemed to know quite a bit about it as she was lying, and apart from that, a ceremony seems to be taking place in 2 days. Related to, of course, what's been found in the Alusk ruins.
Yeah, I suppose I was going to ask him where the fuck is Ship Kurth hold up for anything that we've already been told to fuck off. Right.
Well, you, like, where is their base of operations kind of thing?
Yeah, because I got no idea where he's taking her.
Oh, Kent, sorry, not Shipkurth, because you're in Shipkurth's, like, area at the moment.
Yeah.
If you're asking where, like,
Renfield.
Renthor's, yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah, why did I say Renfield? That's that fucking Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah, so Kurth seems to state they're in the Mirabar district, one of the larger buildings. They're the closest one to the north wall. Largest state, can't miss it.
Yep.
So, like,
Right.
yeah?
Yeah. It's literally the one with the, like, weird courtyard here.
The one I was clicking on, perfect.
Yeah.
I got it right.
Good,
I'm
and
smart.
just looking to Mirabai. So, I suppose I'll ask him. And I suppose subtlety will be required in getting her back.
Well, I prefer it not to be dragged back to me. Push comes to shove, though. Fucking deck them.
Right then. Well, suppose we have a little smash and grab coming up.
Boy, but first,
What's that?
get that, find out and get that fucking cockatrice, Tiz.
Right then.
Cockatrice.
So are these tears? Do we bring them to you first before we go on for Farah?
I don't know what the fuck they're used for. She needs them. Seems to be like, whatever she's doing down there with that weapon, needs them. Either one of them, useless without the other. We have 2 days before she's doing something so that we can pull it out of that fucking stone.
Right then.
Alright, Arthur, calm down.
Now fuck off.
I have the power.
Aye, Captain. Be seeing you soon.
Right, well, let us go forward. As I walk out of the room.
Yep.
I'll follow Lathia.
Yep.
Leaving the tower the way that you came back in, you can see as you enter the courtyard of Kurth's area once more that Kentiden and his guards, as well as Farah, seem to be getting inside of a small cart as they seem to leave across the bridge once more towards more of the centre of Luskan again.
So they went
Yep.
up here.
So they're
Right.
kind of like, so they're coming from here, so they're kind of like going across here, and of course you already know they're like, he's based up over here, so
Okay.
like probably going across, they're just like entering a cart and going across Luskan.
Let's see. Yeah, because
Cheers.
they'd be heading up north, I'm imagining. I'm just putting that in.
So they would be going across the like middle bridge, most
Yep.
likely, unless they're taking a severely roundabout route.
Right. Put that in here. Were they all humans or drow?
All of them were humans except for the drow.
Okay. Yep.
So there was a decent amount of people who were also there who were drow, but they were kind of like slinking around the... If you imagine it like a large circular room, there was the table in the center that like the main party was kind of like around. So the two ship captains, like two kind of like main guards, Farah. You guys, I'm guessing, didn't really sit down at the table, but were more standing near the table.
Yeah.
And then on the exterior of them, exterior of the room was about 5 or 6 drow.
Yep. Right. So I'd imagine Jax has probably gone back to. Oh no, he's left now, hasn't he?
He was still in the room, but like after leaving Shipkirth, you can see that. Do you want to do a spot check? Because you're kind of in the courtyard at the moment. They didn't leave with you or at the same time as you. The drow were kind of like lingering in the room by the time you guys left.
Can be a shitty spot. So wham, a 12. That fucking failed. Right.
23.
Ooh. So you can certainly see that some heavily cowled figures seem to be leaving through the same entrance about 3 or 4 minutes after you guys had already entered the courtyard. So they seem to be heading out of the tower.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna bump Lathier with my arm and gesture where they're coming out from.
Yep. Give me 1 second. I'm just looking something up.
He's looking up porn!
Yes. Well, if we're gonna have to start getting sneaky and doing that sort of stuff, I need to use my alter self to become a fucking sneaky thing.
I was...
Right. Okay.
Alter
Yeah.
self,
So,
I'm a horse.
well, yeah. No, alter self. You know, you'd probably know that spell.
Yeah, but become a horse. The most
Yeah,
sneaky
no.
of creatures.
I'd hang myself instead. Right. So,
Hi.
right. Where were they coming from?
So they were coming out of the tower, the place that you guys had also just come out of.
Which way are they
You can't
going?
like. There's only really one way off of these islands, and it's back across this bridge. So
Oh,
they're
okay, I
all
thought we'd
kind
already
of
gone across the
about
bridge.
to move, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're beginning to make their way. So you guys are in the courtyard, and like they're just like now leaving the tower. So you guys are kind of passing each other by.
Yeah. So I suppose I'll call out.
The only person that isn't heavily cowled is someone wearing a wide-brimmed hat.
Is that? Well, that'd be Jax, wouldn't it?
Probably.
Okay. I suppose I'll. Oh shit! I need to know if he's heading to the fucking inn or not. Cause. Okay, yeah, I suppose I'll go up to him. And I'll say,
Yep.
Jax, a moment.
The smaller, like, drow woman who had previously attempted to read your minds or whatever seems to step forward slightly as you stop Jarl. John Axel turns towards you, a slight smile on his face. What can I do for you?
This Farah. May I know your dealings with her?
She's a good acquaintance.
Well, obviously he was in the meeting, so he knows that she's going off to Renthor.
Yep.
What are your feelings on her being with Renthor now?
As long as things don't break down too badly, then it's all just good business, isn't it?
Would that not put any hampers in your dealings with her?
I'm still getting paid, regardless. And should they stop any of the payments for services rendered, then we have our own manners of reclaiming lost property, as you would put it up here.
Well, could we speak more about this at the inn?
By all means.
Suppose a nice drink, as I kind of wink my eye at him, would probably do good for this conversation.
I do think it's time for lunch, so I will be heading out towards there. I'll have a bite, and then perhaps I'll talk to you later.
Yes.
Gamuriel, come. As the party seems to then, walk across the bridge.
Would I do
into
a...
the city once more.
What knowledge check would you say to recognize that name? So I've got nobility, royalty, local, religion, and history.
Impossible for you.
Nothing? No? Alright.
Knowledge Arcana do anything in this situation? Probably not.
No.
It's a person that there's no reasonable way.
Like,
you
unless
would
you're a
have-
drow, you wouldn't know yourself.
Yeah, there's no reasonable way that you would have ever heard of that name, or be able to put it to like something purposeful.
Hmm. Alright.
From here, however, you are kind of left at the bridge. The rest of the parties at the meeting seem to have dispersed somewhere else into town, and so, what do you want to do?
What time is it?
So that was a meeting at midday, so the meeting, let's say, it took about 30-40 minutes, possibly an hour, including all the squabbling that the captains were doing and all that kind of stuff. So it's probably about 1 p.m.-ish.
So Jax is
Hence
heading
why-
back to his inn?
Well, Jarl Axel had stated that he was going for a bite to eat.
Alright, so
And said
so he'd be talking about tonight then. Right, so I suppose we'll head up to the Mirabar district and ask about this menagerie.
Yep.
Fuck, I should have asked Jax about that, I completely forgot. Is he still here?
He's walked across the bridge, so I would say still kind of in eye shot, yeah.
Oh yeah, I suppose I'll walk up to him and
You would kind of like have to like jog after him.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that then. Fuck.
The noble jogging.
Yeah, because that fits my character.
Wait, please!
Jaxy poo! A second.
1 second, I'm cracking a cider.
Cheers.
Nice.
Oh,
Wait,
is that
you
a
can't
canned
cheers
cider?
me. Yeah,
Fuck, I haven't
I
seen
drink-
those in a while.
I drink pretty
What's
much only cans of cider because like bottles are just too not unwieldy, but like
Yeah,
They
but they taste
have-
better.
they have less alcohol in them. They're like 330 milliliters instead of 375, which you get in a can. And
Yeah.
also that like since it's a bottle, you can't exactly crush
Oh.
it for space.
True.
Yeah, over here, bottles are actually bigger. Well, actually, no, they're the same size as cans. You get 500ml cans and 500ml bottles. They're
I thought you were
exactly
going to
the same.
say, oh no, the bottles over here are perfectly adequate. I mean, they're pretty big if from all things considered.
Yeah, it's how you drink the bottle, not how you
How
swing
you
the
drink
bottle.
the bottle, you know.
I wonder who has a small dick in this chat.
Cheers.
Motherfucker, we're playing D&D.
Yeah.
We're all pencil dicks.
Yeah, the fuck you on about?
Hey, how dare you? I'll have you know my snub nose is perfectly adequate.
The
Right,
millimeter, Peter.
Well, I'm not going to break character then. I suppose I'll let Jax go off, and I'm going to do a gather information.
Yep, okay, so after a bit of time you make it across the middle bridge into a far more, well, area of the city that you would consider more respectable. This seems to be, from just the plain look of it, more of a mercantile district, but more of a, less of a open shop sort of plan, and more guilds and planned shipments, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily deal with the public.
Like an actual proper businesses and things.
Yes. Up ahead, as you cross over, as you finish crossing over the bridge, you can see a large circular domed building poking out from the rooftops, somewhere deeper within.
I'll head over to that then. I mean, if it looks like a prominent building, that's probably a good reason for it.
It's sort of like, so you're crossing over this bridge, and so you see like
Yeah, it's a
this
dragon. The dragon post.
building. Yep. Heading along the road, it seems to be a bustle with activity. Very much a few figures that you would expect by
So
given
these
by
people
what they
obviously
were
look
dressed.
different to the ones in the other side of the town. Yeah, they look more like me.
Well, I was literally getting to that. So,
Yeah.
So, in this area, more similar to someone or merchants that you would see within some of the more respected areas of the Sword Coast, such as Neverwinter or Waterdeep.
Ooh, yeah.
The various people that seem to be milling about outside of the large domed building seem to be deep in conversation. Few bits of paper being passed to and fro, but for the most part, it seems to be less of gold being exchanged in hands, but more promises or various contracts.
Okay. So, this is the people outside of the post, or we're in the post now?
You're kind of in the courtyard, like this kind of area, out front of the Red Dragon trading post.
So do any of these people look like, what's the word? So with me, my person, with Lathy sort of being on this more his side of things, would he be able to tell if any of the people here are more selling services, or these are more people with like the customer kind of vibe to them?
A bit of both, but you can tell that Sevi is always selling their service now. Sorry.
Hey.
Sorry.
No.
Charles,
But
beat Dan, will you?
how dare you? Charles
I
falls
will
down. He
No,
trips
I will
over
gladly
immediately.
beat Dan myself. Trying to do weird things with the horse. Nope.
Oh, fuck it, you're gonna say
So-
Charles falls down?
do-
Cho walks out of your bedroom.
But you can see that, like, it seems to be a mix of both. You can see that various people selling goods that you're not too sure what they are, but agreements seeming to be made, hands being shaken, and contracts being signed and passed forth back to whoever was selling it to them.
Right, so there's two ways I can go about this. I can start, like, talking to people directly, or I'd be able to do a gather information and just say we go past a couple of hours. I'm just trying to think which would be the better one here.
Depends on your approach. You know that the menagerie, from what Kensington had said, is vaguely underground.
Yeah.
It's kind of more of a black market-esque kind of thing.
So, yeah, so I wouldn't be able to ask people directly. It's like, hey, buddy, you know where to buy a dragon slave? Nah. But how would I go about this? So,
It's a black market.
yeah. So I
Maybe
need to find an inn for this, but I wouldn't know where.
Sivy's right. This isn't a black market. This is a red dragon market. Nah, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
bad dragon. Let's go.
I'm going to
Bad dragon.
kill you. Stop.
Right, is there?
While
Yeah, I
while
need
you
to think about
decide,
this.
I'm just going to cheers and take a pee.
I really thought you were going to say something else to continue your
Lamau.
story.
I can.
But yeah,
But
someone's
not cheers.
eyeing up the horse right now because they want to purchase. I really
If they
thought you
wanted a horse, they would go to the stables.
were not that type of horse. You know what I mean? Something exotic in nature.
The Red Horse District.
Is there anyone that has a sort of animal merchandise and stuff like that around? Would I be able to see that?
Give me a second.
I don't know if this would be metagame or not, but couldn't you, how about someone who deals in more like illegal stuff like drugs or something that would be illegal in D&D universe?
It's not metagaming at all. That's exactly because we're looking for a place that sells, like quotation marks, illegal animals and things like that, or has those types of things. I mean, we could actually probably get this at a magic shop, but I'd imagine we're probably not going that route.
Yeah. Or we could look for a magic shop, and it's like, hey, we're looking for a magic shop for this reason.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a pretty shithole town. Oh, I know what might have it. We do have the fucking arcane towers, so there's probably that in the store. But I wouldn't imagine this is the route we're probably going to go.
But I said, like, if you bring it up, because someone might casually go, hey, I know where you can probably get like better quote unquote deals, sketchy shit.
Right. Yeah. So Dan, is there anyone around with any sort of animal merchandise at all?
Well, not really anyone here actually seems to have merchandise with them in particular. The few that you actually do see seem to be trading in more small,
so this is like a boys'
things.
club kind of situation.
Sort of. It's kind of like it's less of a, hey, walk up to my shop and purchase these things. It's more of a, hey, I own like an organization, and so I'm going to sell you this amount of X thing, and we'll get it to you within like a week or 2 weeks or however long or whatever.
Okay,
because
right.
the Mirabar district, you would have been able to see when you're crossing over the bridge that the main like ship docks and all of that leads directly into the Mirabar district. This is kind of like the trade port area where they
so I get how this works now. So I'm just going to probably walk up
the only people actually vendoring items near the Red Dragon trading post would be people selling like high quality gems or various like things, some of which in magical nature, some of which not.
Right, I suppose I'll probably go up to one of the people who looks much more of a businessman sort of look to them.
Yep. Do you want to do a spot check?
That is just a fucking +2 because I am garbage
or
at that.
Whoever wants to do a spot check.
Oh yeah, I'll do Charles as well. What's his?
Oh yeah, Silent. Is your character human or is it an elf? I kind of like your last character died and everything, so I keep on losing track.
This one's human because I want those bonuses to my
are we on your
research,
4th or 5th
not
Silent?
research knowledge.
We're on way too many Silents.
What are we on? Silver, Edward. Then we
You've
had
had
the first
two that have
sorcerer
died.
who died. The first sorcerer died. Then we had Vernon who died.
3.
This is the.
That's the 4th.
3 died. Edward left. This is the 5th.
Oh yeah,
Let's go for the 5th one.
Fuck me.
That's in a year and a half though, or so. So it's like, it's par for the course. However,
Look,
I am
gonna say it.
Lacey has like 0.2 HP, and I'm still around.
yeah, but
Hey,
that's.
I am gonna say it though.
I'm not a coward.
I play
I'm
stupid
official.
games. I'm winning stupid prizes.
Yeah.
Hello, Nox.
Ah, Nox, welcome.
You have missed the orgy, the break time, the 3rd orgy. We haven't had the 2nd one yet, but you are invited to that one, and that'll be next week.
No, he's lying. So, to quickly catch you back
He's
up
not
to
lying.
speed, so we're in roll 20. You haven't missed too much this session. So effectively, while you load up and get everything ready, I'll just go and give you the quick rundown. So effectively, that in the Alaska ruins, you know how there was the weapon that was found that seemed to be like lodged in the earth, whatever. So after going around doing a little bit of shenanigans, the party was.
He wasn't here for last session.
Yeah, I'm well
Was
aware. And so Farah and everyone, there's a meeting that was going on with the high captains. So the high captains are the people who effectively rule over the city. So they're kind of like power factions. And so there's multiple high captains and they all kind of like have a council. So there was a secret meeting which the party just got out of with one of the most powerful high captains called Ship Kurth and another high captain called Ship Renthor. And so the party has found out that Farah's kind of been taken as a, not really captive, but as kind of a bargaining chip by one of the other ship captains.
And we
saying
want that
like,
chip.
oh, well, we haven't been paid yet. So until we get paid, really, she's staying with us. Just to make sure that no one gets like kind of like cut out of a deal or shifty things happen, because it is a pirate city. So the party needs to get her back within 2 days, because that's apparently when a full moon is happening and a ceremony needs to take place in the Alaska ruins. And then the other kind of objective that the party knows of is that they need to find a cockatrice, because its tears are magical and they are needed for the ceremony. That's pretty much the long and short of it.
Alright.
Also, cheers. Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Yeah. 1 second, just replying to someone.
So, Flint. Oh, you were replying to someone, sorry.
Yep. Yeah, so yeah, I'm here.
Yep, so your spot check, that was the 22, Silent rolled the 10, Civi got a nat 1, is that?
Yup.
Yeah, so Lathy got an 8, Charles got a 22.
Yep, so Charles is able to see near the Red Dragon trading post that there seems to be a portly member seeming to stand right outside of the main doorways that heads into the kind of greater trading area. Just from spending some time in the local vicinity, you can tell that the people who are trading in the kind of courtyard and making these agreements are not necessarily the upper crust, but they are still in that kind of area. They're kind of the lower part of that group. Because of course, if they were upper crust, they would probably be inside. And you can see such a portly man outside. Fat, but wearing a garb that is, you would probably say, is a little bit too expensive for him. And by the fact that he seems to gesture out and try to talk to various people coming and going within the Red Dragon trading post, and them not giving him really any forethought, might be someone interesting to talk to.
Yeah, I was going to say, the moment I heard, a bit too more, like, he's obviously not comfortable in these types of clothes. Well, no, it's not that he's comfortable, it's that he's not raised with them, and it's quite obvious. So he has to be a criminal of some kind.
It's pretty much, you can tell that this person is, he may not be a criminal, but he's someone who is kind of like trying to flaunt wealth in order to appear like he is
new
the
money
upper
versus
crust,
old
even
money.
though
Yeah.
well, he's trying to appear like he's upper crust, even though he probably isn't.
Right, suppose I'll go have a chat with him.
Approaching the man, he seems to look you all up and down before kind of turning away, his gaze drifting over to some of the other people nearby. he seems to not be trying to not associate with people such as yourselves.
Motherfucker, my clothes are worth probably more than him.
His clothes are actually probably more expensive than yours, but
One of 400.
yeah, these are very expensive clothes. It's like the kind of clothes you would think that someone's probably spent a decent amount of their wealth on, and for someone such as this, he probably spent the majority of his wealth on
So
in
he's an
order
idiot.
to appearances.
Hmm.
However, you approach him and he seems to be somewhat ignoring you.
Suppose I'll just say, one chance, otherwise I'm leaving.
He seems to look at you quickly before stating, I don't believe I know you, sir. However,
I have feelings you don't know anyone here.
I am very well known here, I would have you know.
Do I have to do a sense motive on that, or can I just call him out? I'll do the sense motive.
Can I do one as well? Or
Sure, yeah.
23.
I'm gonna
we
do
don't
one
need
as well.
to.
Never mind, I'm gonna go to sleep instead.
Oh god. Yep, so you can clearly tell that he is lying.
Yes, well, I suppose people like you are prone to lying. Now, I would recommend not doing that again, otherwise my friend here will be quite upset. And I'll point to Charles. Now,
I'm afraid I
Intimidation.
really don't know you all, sir. I'm just here trying to trade, and so you all are. While you do seem like you can handle yourselves and all of that, but it's not necessarily. What are you possibly here after? I mean, I could be your gracious host into the wide world of the trading district, should you need it. I mean, yes.
you're not used to this, are you?
I've introduced the greats to
Stop,
the
I have told
large
you. Stop
trading
with the lies.
posts of Luskan. I'm not lying. Look there, that's one of my dear friends. I introduced him. Ah! He seems to call out a name to one of the other business-looking men walking into the trading post. The man seeming to cast their kind of disdainful look at the man. The man that you're talking to, that is.
Yeah.
We are such dear friends. Just must be busy.
Right, I suppose I'll just ask it straight. I'm looking for something a little under the collar.
Well, nothing here is under the collar. I mean, we're all good and we definitely abide by all of what the high captains allow us. And
Oh, well, I suppose
Yes.
if that's how it's going to be, then we have no business then. And I'll sort of slightly turn to leave.
But out of interest, what would you perhaps be looking for? I mean, if it's of ill repute, then naturally I probably do not know of it, but perhaps what you're thinking, you're from afar. I can tell that, of course, some of you look like you're not from around here. Perhaps things are different.
I love this sort of thing now. It's like, I'm not saying I would murder someone, but hypothetically. Sort of thing.
Cheers, I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
But yeah, they were saying that you're not. It doesn't look like your party's from necessarily around here, given the composition of people.
Yeah,
There's
I know.
your dog-like
I
friend.
think I'm the only one from
there's
around
Zippy,
here.
Yeah, you're the only one from
Like, my
around.
close-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, Flint's from the rich part of the world. I'm from a
Waterdeep,
fucking
yeah.
Field.
You're a demi-human, and then Nox is
Exactly.
also a demi-human, effectively.
I don't know where Nox would be from. I know a really from the plains.
My character's written to be from this town.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Civi, you'd be from grassy plains, not a different plain.
Oh, no, that's what I was meaning. Like when I
Yeah,
say
yeah.
plains, I mean grassy plains.
Yeah, because there is a big distinction.
Oh yeah.
There
What
is
were
a
you
big
think-
distinction in D&D.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I suppose I'll say, would you know anyone who has dealings with more exotic animals?
A bestiary of sorts. There are a few, yes. Are you looking for livestock, or his voice trailing off slightly?
Would I, so with how he said that, would I be able to understand that he's referring to what I think he's referring to, or he doesn't know what I'm getting at?
He is being sly.
So, okay, yeah. Not so much livestock, but more showpieces.
Ah, well, a well-dressed man such as yourself, it's somewhat commonplace to want a creature of renown at their parties and all of that, should you hold them. However, would you all like to have a drink? Perhaps we can talk about things. I am Mr. Drawlight, by the way.
Right. So let me just put that down. So, fat, shady, not rich guy.
How dare you?
Come on, man.
I'm
So,
just gonna go get some painkillers.
how do I spell that?
Yep. Drawlight, so D-R-A-W
D-R-A-W-L-I-T-E.
light. Yeah. No, L-I-G-H-T.
Yep. Yeah, I wasn't sure which light it was. Yep, so that's done. I got that down.
So, would you perhaps want to have a talk about this in a bit more of a private instance, you know?
Yes, I do believe we should have a business conversation on this.
I want to say, can we take a quick 2-minute piss break?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
fine.
That's good.
Nice, thank you.
Menagerie. God, I always,
Sure.
every single
Best.
fucking time I type menagerie, I fuck it up the first time because I always mix up the E and the I.
It's a French word, don't worry.
Fucking A. It literally means beast kennel.
Menagerie.
Yes, agree. Well, agree. I need to throw that in. Where's that?
Back.
Welcome back.
My fucking shoulder blade, I've slept weirdly, so it's like fucking killing.
Oh god.
I'm back.
I don't know how I managed
I'm
to
like-
do it. Last night I managed to like sleep. You know how like you can press your
You slept?
like, if
Good
you-
job.
if you bring your like hand forward, like when you've got it near your ear and you fold your ear over on itself, I somehow managed
Yeah.
to sleep like that, and I woke up and my
Oh.
ear was just fucking killing me. It just felt like that red hot kind of like
Oh,
feeling, and
yeah.
it was sore, and it was like I've never slept like that before. I don't know how I did it.
Alright, I have a very
Yeah,
serious
well-
question. I don't know why it's still bothering
I
me.
have painkillers.
What's that?
How fat is this guy?
Not very fat, but like
About mirror fat.
it's kind of like he's not like got a large double chin, and he's not like stereotypical like English football fan, but he's like halfway there. So he's got like a bit of a belly,
Dad
but
bod.
he's like, no, he always keeps like his chin and all of his face like kind of like, you know, when someone like kind of like is very nervous and they always kind of like have their head pushed in a little bit, and so it looks like they've got a like very large like under chin.
Dan, does he have a
And-
dad bod?
I think he's a little
Not
past that.
quite. So he looks like, wait, I'll just post this in voice call chat. He looks like sorry, I'll post it in D&D text chat. He looks like this effectively.
All right.
Wait, that's from fucking. Why do I recognize that?
I don't trust him.
Because it looks like Edwardian. It's Edwardian style kind of thing. Or is it Georgian?
He's based on, well, this character is from way back, but like, yeah, this is the best kind of like look of the
Representation?
person. Yeah.
I was hoping for
I'm
a
good.
really fat guy.
Oh, and just so
Yeah.
people remember, this is like what my dude looks like.
Well, you have a new image of Lethea?
I've always had that image. I just use the face in Roll20.
I've
it's
never
easier
seen
to
this
tell.
image. I love it.
I have linked it ages ago. It's one of the first things I posted in this channel.
Well, either I entirely missed it or I forgot about it because I love that image.
He
However,
deadass looks
so-
like this from Street Fighter.
Alright, let's go.
Ooh,
So-
Street Fighter.
So to continue slightly, so he's invited you to have a drink with him, or like just to talk over the subject a little bit more.
Yeah, and I've said yes.
Leading you down one of the streets slightly, there seems to be what appears to... Sorry?
Can me and Charles do a spot to see if we see anything odd about where we're going, like if there's other people waiting? Like hiding anything
Waiting.
sort of thing.
Sure.
Do the same. I don't trust
that
Dan. Fuck
is-
you, Dan.
What is my spot on Lath? That is Lathiers.
Oh,
23.
Damn, Siva, you getting some good
Motherfucker.
fucking rolls, man.
yo, Civi, can I have my dice back, you cunt?
No.
recorded.
And I've had some poopy rolls.
You had the nat 1 at the start. I have handed nat 1,
I had a nat 20
and now I just got
at the start, and then
fucking
after
2.
that, immediately a nat 1.
Yeah, but everything after that's been good. I got 1 good roll, and then I got a nat 1, and now I've had a nat 2. Well, 2, I should say. I don't know why I said nat 2.
Yep,
That's
so
very
13 on Lathier, 16 on Charles, Civi got a 23.
Yep. So
I looked at the floor. My bad.
he doesn't really, yeah, he doesn't really take you down like any like shady alleyways or anything. More to like this sort of area where there's a cluster of buildings nearby, and a few of them seem to be serving some food and drink. Small sort of, I guess you would classify them, if this is out of character, as sort of more of a cafe-esque kind of style, but still serving like alcohol and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Sitting down at the table, Mr. Drawlight seems to talk to one of the waitresses. Would you be able to bring out one of your finest drinks for us? A spot of wine would do wonders for our talk. A short while later, a bottle is put on the table, along with a few glasses, and Mr. Drawlight seems to pour himself one before putting the bottle back down for yourselves. Taking a deep drink, speaking of which, cheers.
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 Cheers. Taking a deep drink from his wine glass, So, what would you all be interested in, might I ask?
I suppose you could say it is a type of avian.
Birds are all the rage these days, I do know, yes.
And what is our assurance that you would be able to aid in my procurement of this creature?
Well, I certainly do not deal in those myself, but I do know a lot of people, and so I can certainly put you in contact and everything for a small price, of course.
Middlemen. Fine, what's the cost?
Well, it certainly depends on what you're after, so I know who to direct you towards.
Hey, well, I'm sure that my good friend here would be able to convince you. He's quite a charming fellow, and I'm going to do an intimidate as I sort of slightly gesture to Charles behind me. Is that good?
Okay. Yep.
Right, so 1d20 plus 19. Oh! Yes.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, he rolled a max roll intimidate.
Yep, so, okie dokie. So this is against d20 plus level plus.
Yeah, it's hit dice, level, and will.
It died on the spot.
So he is certainly intimidated. However, you notice that while he is intimidating Mr. Drawlight, that some of the nearby guards do take a notice of this sort of activity and begin walking over.
So the gods are walking.
So
towards
we're at
us.
his place.
Well, no, you're literally in the Red Dragon trading post. You're still in that area.
I wasn't like yelling out. This
And-
was just in casual conversation.
Yeah, but he's doing he's trying to intimidate someone inside
fair
of
enough.
effectively the probably one of the most well reputed
One of the rare places here that
and-
actually isn't like the rest.
Yeah, but it's also where all the money gets dealt. So they really
Yeah,
take
that's fair.
a
I'm
very
cool with that.
harsh turn on ruffians and that kind of stuff. And so the guards seem to come over. What are you doing here?
Oh, me and a friend here, we're just having a conversation.
The Mr. Drawlight seeming to stutter in his words. Originally we were having a talk, yes. Yeah, so what do you think you're doing?
I suppose I'll just say that we were just talking business.
That doesn't look like talking business to us.
What exactly? I had just introduced him to my good friend Charles, and Charles is going to tip his hat and say, "Greetings."
Unfortunately, we don't really appreciate that on this side of the river. You guys should probably make a
Appreciate what?
move and head down south.
Oh, don't even get a diplomacy check against it.
Not really, no. It's because an intimidate check is you are really you're doing very, very aggressive behaviors, possibly drawing a weapon or half unsheathing it or something like that.
Oh,
Or
yeah, 'cause,
you're
I mean, like,
doing
my-
something like stating things that are aggressive, which is how you intimidate people. And so you've done one of those, and they're just going yeah, you don't fucking do that up here, so get the fuck out. Get
Yeah,
lost.
because my thoughts, how I would have pictured this going is just a lowly stated, not really saying it as I'm talking now, kind of a little bit more quietly stated without actually like gesturing or do anything like that, because that's how Lathy would do it.
Intimidates go off of strength. Well, charisma, but you can like there's some barbarian things. Effectively, like intimidates are outward appearance or doing something to intimidate someone. So I would state that like I'll be more clear on this in the future, and I'll get you to actually state what you're doing to try and intimidate people. But at this point in time, it's caught the notice of the guards, and these are guards who are protecting high kind of wealth traders.
Okay.
At this point,
Yep, I'm not even gonna. Alright. Suppose I'll sort of get up and leave.
I do wish you goodwill in your endeavor, however.
I'm not even gonna respond to him.
What was that, Civi? You were saying something?
oh, I forgot it already.
Lamau.
I've drinking way too much already.
Oh,
Cheers.
simple solution. Stop drinking.
Cheers. Yeah. Right.
So, the guards kind of keep an eye on you as you're not
I'm not
exactly
staying anymore. I'm heading over to the Jax's Inn. I've got nothing else to do in this district.
Yep, you're heading down south. The guards are kind of shadowing you until you guys get to the bridge and like head back across. At which point they just go back somewhere within the Mirabar district. Heading down and towards Jax's Inn, you eventually make your way through. The inn seems to be fairly quiet at this point in time.
Wait, I didn't want to be the main guy this entire session. So does anyone else have any plans or what ideas of what they want to do with the district up there?
Well, they know we're your companions, so they don't want us around.
Well, that was just 2 guards. It's not exactly, they're not exactly going pull blart mall cop and then going like, hey, we've got a horse, we got it.
Yeah, they're on the. Yeah. Oh, 7.
Oh, I was gonna say, like,
I mean,
how can I do a spot check on the guards to see how well maintained they are?
Maintained as in their armor and all of that.
Like their armor, are they like
They would be
hungry?
quite well equipped.
Like,
Sure.
well, you would think, but maybe they're skimping
Make the
out.
spot
You
check.
know, yeah, like
We're not
I
fighting the
can't
guards.
remember
If you
the-
do that, you're on your own.
no, I
I'm out.
yeah,
also not 20.
rest in peace.
You can see that they are incredibly well geared in comparison to the local towns guard, well, city guard. You can see that their armor seems well polished and of a higher quality, along with their weaponry.
So they're well maintained.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, I'm good. Damn, there goes my idea.
What the fuck were you gonna do?
I don't know why you had that
Yeah,
idea.
well,
to begin with.
if they
Bro,
were
the only thing
poor
I
and-
can think of, if you want to know what their gear looks like, is fucking them up. What?
No, if they're poor and hungry, give them some money. Be like, hey, step aside, shut up. That's what I was
I'm
thinking.
The god.
I see what you're getting at.
It's an idea. It was
Yeah,
just an idea.
to kind of like just show as like you can see the map and the kind of vast difference between the Mirabar district and the southern ones, but even down to you see every bridge that goes over into the Mirabar district has like effectively guard houses to block the bridge. It's sort of the very upmarket rich person kind of area. So the guards across the city may have been like open to that stuff. These people, you get the air of they're already paid well enough to keep people from doing the shifty shenanigans that are usually wrought in Luskan away from that area.
I'm trying to think
Okay.
what else we can do, because I don't know if me and Civi can just head back over and try and talk to the guy again.
We have no wealth. We have none really off offer, and those guards know we were with Lathier, so why would they let us back in?
Well, then those weren't guards at like the gates or anything, and they didn't really like.
Yeah.
They were just patrolling. So like it's what are the chances of you running into those two guards again? But now that I say
no.
what are the chances, I'm kind of like grinning. I'm going like, oh, maybe there should be some chances.
Yeah, exactly.
We could gamble that though. I mean,
I do like dice rolls.
At what point have we gambled
Yes.
with fucking Dan and won?
Exactly.
yeah, but the thing is,
Hey,
No.
most of you are still alive.
I
Both.
have.
We've had one
And,
person have more deaths than the members we started with.
yeah, but my question is exclusively to Civi. Are you a gambling man, Civi?
Not with
I'm
Dan.
fucking not.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Not with Dan.
You feel lucky, punk? I do.
Okay, so it was mentioned earlier, and it does kind of bring up another idea. Maybe we can get one of those alteration potions or whatever, disguise self, whatchamacallits, and go back in. And, you know, find Lardass and... get that
Motherfucker,
information.
you're a horse person.
Yeah, not for me.
Fuck you. Your fault.
Like, I do have alter self as a bard. I can do that to me, and I look like whatever race I want to that's medium. But,
Yeah.
I mean...
Don't worry, disguise is a skill.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's a
but
good
a
disguise.
horse.
My disguise self is... It's a plus 11, that's not bad.
I got a +5 on
And
disguise.
considering Flint got a nat 20 intimidate, that guy's probably still shaking in his fucking...
I
gonna need
highly
a-
fucking doubt that we're gonna get anything from him anymore. He's scared of me, but he's also a little bitch boy that has guards. We're not getting anything from him.
Well, he didn't have guards. Those were just guards in the area.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
were
I'm not saying that
patrolling.
they're his guards, but he is now with them, so he's
Well, he was
Ah.
still at the place. It's not like he came with the guards when they were like shadowing you.
That-
on
that's
the
what I
way
meant.
not
out.
what he was meaning. That's not what he was meaning, but okay, I get what you mean though, Flint. He's meaning that he might have his own personal guards. You know,
Could be.
no.
could be, and we're
Who
not
knows?
going to gamble that.
I don't think that was
Exactly.
getting what Flint was getting at. But beside the point, let's go. What are you doing?
Well,
A barrel roll.
I guess the
Roll
next...
the barrel roll.
Oh my god.
What do you want me to roll
I
the
guess
barrel
next
roll?
thing would be just to go to the inn
Excellent.
and wait for the druid. What's his name?
Druid. Oh my, bro, he's not a druid.
Or not to druid.
Dan, can you tell me
Drow.
about the tales of Jarlaxle the Druid?
Oh my god! Shut up.
Is this like
my,
any?
dice,
or-
my dice are counting, by the way. I don't know if anyone noticed that. Motherfucker, I rolled a 1, 2, and now I rolled a 3.
Nice.
Right.
We gotta
Okay,
predict
so
my
Simi
next
thinks
roll
that
is
wants to
gonna
go to the inn. Silent, what do you got?
In, I guess, is the best option.
Nox, what are you thinking?
Go, mate.
I'm fine with either way.
Bro, you're part of the campaign. Have an executive decision.
Fuck
he
it, let's
doesn't-
go for it.
If he doesn't make a statement, then I was just going to send him back to the stables, and he can start stroking his kobold.
I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
it's calm,
actually, no,
like,
actually,
Dan.
hold on.
Hang on.
Actually,
Wait a
do
minute.
that. I can get the I'm pretty sure I can convince the kobold to start teaching me.
Start teaching you what?
Smell commit.
I was gonna.
True. Maybe.
I
Take some
was
time
gonna
there.
say maybe it is actually a good idea to go check on the kobold, since no one's checked on him since we came here.
It's only been a day.
And he
Oh,
has
no, it's been more than a day, but like you gave him food like
It's like-
yesterday. But he's been with the party for 3 days now. Well, he's been in the car for 3 days.
Oh yeah, he's fine. There's food in the
Yeah.
cupboard.
Okay. Cool.
Because the date
But-
for anyone who is interested is the 2nd of Nightle.
No.
Effectively the 2nd of December.
Oh, I
Okay.
should probably go and check.
Nox, go check on your kobold friend. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Right, so he does that. I'm gonna head
Yeah.
to the inn.
I'm going to the end.
So,
I'm
You
gonna
guys
barrel.
will head to the inn, and Nox heads further along the street, further towards the stables. Eventually, you come across your cart once more, where the attendant that you were first paid to store your stuff seems to look at you with a little bit of disdain. You guys were meant to leave yesterday. I've kept it here because I'm a good guy. But you're out of days. Are you staying longer? Because
So
if
is he
so, you
talking to
gotta
me?
pay up. No, you're in the inn.
Yeah, he's
Right,
talking
okay.
to Nox.
Yeah, I'm the only one up about a stable.
Not to mention the amount that fucking creature talks, sending me up the bloody wall.
I'll give you a hint, Nox. Just throw money at him.
That's what I was thinking, because I have enough to just throw money at him.
So what are you doing?
I'm gonna give him 1 gold coin to just shut the fuck up.
Shit.
You
One
might
gold
want to offer a
coin.
little more.
This pays for the day that I've been keeping it here.
Oh no, that one
guys
gold was
leaving?
just to stop talking.
Yeah. Just shut up.
You're not. Oh, okay. So you told him that.
Yeah, no.
gold's to
That's
stop-
exactly what Nox was getting at.
Well,
Now you
Then
give him
here's
more.
what about? Okay, then collect your
And
cart and fuck off.
And since you've mentioned 1 coin for the day, here's 2, and then here's another 3. Leave it alone.
So, 3 more
In
days.
total- In total, I've given 6 coins. 3 of them are to shut up. 2 gold coins for the card.
Well, okay. So you were overdue by 1 day, and so that's one of them gone. So you would have how? Okay, so you effectively paid for 3 days more
Yes.
of staying here. Yeah. Okay. Fine. That kobold talks more. Gonna slap the cunt before he goes back into the stables and starts shifting more hay and tending to the various other horses, including your Chad horse.
Base Chad horse.
Chad horse.
The moment you say
The
Chad
base
horse,
Chad horse.
boom. The moment you
Everyone
say
just
Chad
knows
horse,
the Chad horse.
the moment you say Chad horse, the world briefly flashes
Oh,
black
hang
and
on.
white.
Nox is a fairy. Show him the
True.
horse. He'll like it.
Oh, 1 second. Where is it? I've got it
Ooh,
here
there it is.
somewhere. Okay, so I'm just going to go and where's focus ping everyone here. This is the Chad horse.
There you go.
Doesn't actually look like this, but this is how Civvy sees the Chad horse.
I don't see it like that. That's how you perceive I see it like that.
No.
I mean, Civi, you're the one that gave us this picture.
No, I didn't. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, you did.
I mean, I don't know, Civi. I think it's kind of on you. I mean, you commissioned that art.
That's AI
Specific.
generated.
I mean, you commissioned the AI for you.
Oh, I'm gonna stab all of you.
However, yeah. Nox, you manage to make your way to the cart, and pulling open the back canvas a little bit, you see that Riken has managed to, seems to have dragged in small bits of various wooden platforms and things like that to create a small little shelter inside of your cart. Alongside that, he seems to have set up what appears to be a makeshift table, and various glasses seem to sit on them with
this is-
various strange liquids.
Okay, I just got to point out, this is the old alchemist cart that fucking Nozzle had. Rozzle, whatever his name was.
Yeah,
So he's made an alchemist lab inside an alchemist lab?
no, the alchemist lab he doesn't seem to be touching, but he's got he's got a brick here, a brick there, and then he's got a small plank of wood, and then he seems to have
Oh my god,
bottles and
Nox.
stuff like that,
Oh,
and-
Can
my
you
God,
tell
he
him
doesn't
that he's
realize-
allowed to touch the alchemist lab, or for God's sake?
I don't think I ever mentioned he could.
Shit.
Then it's about time.
It looked
Fuck.
expensive.
Tell him it's all his. He can have the whole fucking thing.
It's
I didn't want to hurt anything that you have. and some of those I'm not sure what they are.
He's so sweet, but I'm gonna kill him.
At this point, these things are yours.
Mine?
Yes. You can use these.
Oh? What do you want for it?
Say nothing, it's his.
Nothing. They're yours. You can have.
You were hired to do a job. This is what we have given you to do your job. Shit.
A slight tear running down the cobbled, scaly face as
Is there a
he
vial
seems to
anywhere?
as he
Wanna
seems
collect-
to rush over to his impromptu alchemist table thing, and he seems to bottle up. Well, two of the bottles that were already on the table, he seems to cork up and then hand them over to you.
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
These should help as thank yous.
What
Remember
do
to
they
ask
do?
them what they are.
What do
Yeah.
they do?
What do they do?
That one, pointing to a purplish liquid. That one goes and it makes you cloudy. This one, however, was
that cloudy or clarity?
cloudy.
Cloudy, okay.
This one don't drink. It's not sure what use for yet, but kind of goes boom, pointing to a small scorch mark on the cart.
Hey Nox, give me the one that goes boom. The last time I had
No,
one of
you're
those,
not
it went
allowed to
really
touch
well.
those. We have banned you from fucking ever touching those things again.
I really want to poison
Is
something
that-
with that explosive vial.
Do we give Nox the context of why I'm banned from having them or not?
After the
Can when you
session.
move back up.
Yeah, I'll give him it after this. I'll try and remember.
So, he gives you those two
Bullshit.
potions. I'll make more. I'll see about trying to find ingredients. Little bit limited, but I'll go find some.
How much would you need to get ingredients? A
Oh,
little smell in this.
That's what's wanted, really.
Do you know how to make healing potions?
Some, yeah.
We
Can
are
make
going.
them.
We will need those.
Some ingredients need to buy for it, though.
Can I give him like 90 gold?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Does he know
You
how to
see-
use money?
You seem to pour. Well, you know from. Well, at least Nox very much knows from his previous experiences. He's not exactly good with money, but
fuck,
he
right.
he was a merchant in the city, albeit like 90 gold.
Okay.
As you gave it over to him, his eyes kind of like glitter, and he kind of goes like, "Roar."
I'll be coming with you to make sure you don't get scammed.
We going now?
Might as well.
So, sure enough, that heading through to a few of the stores, this will probably take about an hour or two. That you manage to find some places that Riken seems to point out and state that, like, oh, he needs this, he needs that. At first, then the shopkeeper's trying to like sort of take advantage of him before noting that he also has someone of a bit more quality with him
Brain
who,
capacity.
yeah, stops him from being taken advantage of, as you eventually manage to like his hands full of like a burlap bag full of like various different ingredients as he seems to waddle back towards the stables with you. Well, I'll start making soon. Definitely might take days or two, but yes, I'll have them. Or yours.
Hmm.
As you begin to leave the stables and head back, I'm guessing you're going to be heading back to the inn. Correct.
Yeah.
As you begin to leave the stables, you can hear from the tent as you kind of fold the flap back over, or the cart, that you can hear Rican seeming to go front.
He is
Jumping
gonna
back
annoy that stable hand so much.
Fuck that stable hand. He's a bitch.
Everyone hates the stable hand now.
Well, apparently
But-
he had a thing for me though.
Oh,
He's a
oh
boss.
no! What is
He
what is
points
he
you
doing
guys
to our
into one
horses?
idea. A
What is
mighty
the stable hand
stallion.
doing to our horses?
However, making your way back to the inn, and so jumping back over to the party, that entering into the inn when you guys first entered, there doesn't seem to be many people in there, if any, apart from like the grumpy sailor from the day or two before. And of course, the familiar waitress.
So, what's the time? Jax isn't here yet.
Yeah, the time would be
Imagine it's like
about like
2 or
3 p.m. or something.
Yeah.
I guess at this point I'll turn to Lathan and say, would you like me to get you a drink again? Or...
Alright, so if it's only
like how
3,
last
let me think
session-
about things. Alright, so if it's 3, would I be able to do a gather information check for... So I'm just going to say I'm going to leave the tavern, start talking to people, do like gather information over the next few hours, see what information I can get on the menagerie
In the
thing.
market?
'Cause- Yeah, I'll just do that, because, I mean, at the moment, I don't want to take more time talking with people one-on-one.
Yep.
From everyone else playing, so I'll just do it like just a gather information roll. Hopefully this actually gets something. I got a 24 on that, that's not bad.
I'm gonna
So-
go to the bar and order a drink.
Yep.
Most of them.
So, Flint has walked out and he's going around the marketplace.
Just so anything
at some
happens,
point,
Charles is with me. Just so that's clear.
Yeah, I'd probably be with you too. So.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So Civvy, Flint, and Charles are all together in like vaguely the marketplace, trying to gather information and all of that. Silent in the inn at this point in time, order himself a drink. Cheers.
Yep. Cheers. And Nox is heading to the inn.
Well, no. He's he was doing things previously,
Buying
but
stuff, yep, that's right.
So in the inn, Silent, the like barkeep kind of girl seems to take a bit of an interest in you since you are the only person in there apart from the drunk sailor. So she kind of like sits down, stays around you, has a chat, and all of that.
Oh, fun.
Over in the marketplace, Flint, Civvy, and Charles do manage to spy their kind of stand out friend and his kobold companion going around the various marketplace places and purchasing various ingredients for whatever reason which you don't know. With the 24 on your gather information, how do you prose it to people you're trying to gather information from?
Just in the sense of, would you know where to? How would I go about this? So Lathy would walk up to people, you know,
It's
start like a
effectively,
small...
what are you saying?
Oh yeah, so would you happen to know where someone could buy more exotic animals and reagents? Obviously, that's not like I'll walk up to someone and just like blurt that out, but that's what I'm getting at.
Exotic stuff. Fucking fishmongers over there. A few other people saying like, yeah, you can get some like cats and some rare birds if you go down to like the like docks down south. Apart from that, like none of the various people just walking around the market are able to give you any like meaningful kind of information on like, hey, is there like a menagerie kind of thing or anything like that.
Damn.
These are
There's
typical
no
like
like
peasants walking around.
menagerie.
Well, the southern place, the marketplace, is more of a kind of like peasantry sort of area, and not necessarily well kindled, especially at 3 p.m. towards, hey, is there somewhere I can buy magical beasts?
Hmm.
Am I here for? Am I here for this?
I would say that, like, yeah, probably while you were purchasing shit for the kobold there, you would have, since they saw you, you would have probably seen them, and so you would have run into each other. So, bit of group shopping, I guess. Before, like, in about half an hour, you would have headed back to the stables with.
And I'm
Yeah,
flirting
Rican.
with the barkeep. I think I'm winning, lads.
Yeah, what do you say, Silent? What do you say to her advances?
Hey, love, mind if I have a go at your gash?
Thank you, I hate
guess, I guess I'll lean into her and say, would you like me
Chief.
to buy you a drink as well?
She leans in and says, "Don't worry, I'll get one for us both on the house." Gives you a wink.
Oh my god, it's not getting late again. Another
I never
campaign.
got laid.
Oh no.
Hey,
I know.
Miyago fucking trained the shit out of you, boy.
Yeah, he
I
trained him in
forgot
that
about
pillowcase
Miyago.
for sure.
Miyago really did train me.
If I gave him the purple vial, would that count as a cock block?
You know what?
It can
It's
be
like-
whatever you wanted to be.
Let's see what let's see what happens.
Just like pour the
Wait, what?
purple drink into his cup, like roofie his ass with his potion.
Well, no, wait, hang on. So he's holding his
Yeah,
cup. Do you
yeah.
just stare at him in the face as you pour it in? Like just like look at him?
Hold on,
He's
wait,
not
wait,
here,
no, no, no,
He's
no,
not
no, no.
here. He's not here.
He's not
This is
here.
happening. This is happening when
This
you
is in
guys
the
are all at the
tavern.
market. Yeah.
Oh, he's with us.
Silence happening. Yeah. No, Silence not with you.
No, I'm saying Nox is with us.
Yeah. That's why I said
Okay, yep. All right.
all of
all
you
right.
guys are with. Yeah.
If you just
So,
open the portal,
yeah.
It's like
open.
you see my furry hand just through a portal, pouring the drink and back in.
It's not like a singular like wolf pour either, because like handling a glass thing, like a glass bottle with like one wolf
He
pour is
misses
hard.
it.
So he's
No,
just
for
he's
some
got, like-
reason there's like 7 like wolf hands. Like,
No,
just
he's got
holding
the stereotypical kind of just like, you know, in like early like 70s or 80s, like Sabrina the Teenage Witch kind of like
Oh,
Salem.
fuck, yeah,
and
the fucking
comes
cat
out,
hand
and then it's
shit.
just like 2 hands pour it down.
Yeah,
and then it
yeah.
retracts back through.
Damn it.
What was that
But,
fucking
yeah.
show called, Clawbone?
What are you guys doing in the? So apart from that, like that's what happened in the marketplace. So what do you do?
I continue flirting with the barmaid. I know they said waitress, but that's a different thing.
Let me just put in fucking D&D text chat. Here's a fucking image.
Am I about to get roasted? Oh, okay. What the fuck is that?
This is,
Man,
this is
it's a
literally
good
Nox's
thing I don't
character.
use. Yeah, a good thing I don't use bow and arrows.
Trying to like pinpoint the angle to throw the bottle to get it perfectly through an open window into my glass.
I mean, I could just like
okay.
open a portal and drop that shit in like a shot glass.
Do you have the ability to open a portal?
No, but I wish I did.
I was about to say, I'm the wizard, motherfucker. Well, I'm not the wizard, but I'm the sorcerer.
Don't worry,
I
maybe a
do-
few more like nat 20 like things where you go and like go insane, and then
No, you know what you could do? Just pray.
because someone can smell colors. I think. Wait, someone has a telepathy link. That's it.
That Nox can sense where creatures within an area around him.
No. I was talking about the insanity table stuff because someone can
Yeah,
create
someone got-
one
Oh, right.
mental link a day.
I do have the telepathy.
Yeah, but you can only do it like once a day. Do you want to use it to
And-
tell me that I'm failing?
And it has a 50-50 chance of connecting to someone he doesn't want.
Yeah.
However,
I would say the
But yeah, let's get
Go
going.
on.
That could have Okay, yeah, no.
What was that, Nox?
Should I roll a 1d2?
Are
For
you
what?
doing it now?
Yeah, going it.
Yeah, roll a 1d2 and say who are you connecting to, who are you trying to connect to first? Nox?
Sorry.
All good.
Can't do-
Who are you trying to connect to? Before you roll your 1d2.
Silent.
Roll your 1d2.
That's kind of gay.
Coin flip, let's go.
Man's trying to cock block me? What the fuck?
Don't worry about it.
Okie
hope
dokie,
you
so... So malicious, Silent.
Oh, you fucked it up. You're
One,
supposed to do
okay.
this. Bam, lad.
So... You managed to mentally accidentally connect to one of the shopkeepers who seems to be just... His mind is constantly going over cabbages and trying to sell his wares.
I'm just waiting for a bad
Will
driving
anyone
reference.
buy my cabbages? Oh god, perhaps some carrots would do. Oh, but carrots are kind of off season. Maybe turnips? I don't know. Wait, turnips? Oh. Wait, when do turnips grow? Not too sure. However,
Winter.
cabbages I have right now. So
Man,
it's
that's
just
a
an
nice looking
internal
cabbage.
monologue of that.
I'm just gonna do like the most
Cabbages.
sensual
What about
voice I can.
cabbages?
Just be like, that's a nice looking cabbage. Just give him a fucking intrusive thought.
You hear a shout from someone nearby, because this is like being heard as if the person's standing right next to you. You hear a shout from one of the local shopkeep going like, "What? Who said that? Is anyone want cabbages? Cabbages? Cabbages here?" And he seems
You
to
know what?
like
Give him a
just start-
fucking copper piece for a cabbage.
I'm not gonna
Flint just
acknowledge
buy a
that.
cabbage.
Bro, did my intrusive thought have fucking AoE damage?
Well,
No,
it's not
motherfucker, you
AoE
connect
damage.
with his mind.
So your thoughts, whatever, and like what you just said, it's not like an intrusive thought. It's that this was like, from his perspective, it sounded like someone said that right next to him.
Oh yeah.
So the cabbage salesman that you just passed by in the market is very enthusiastically trying to sell cabbages again now. He thinks that people are very enthused about his cabbages. The lack of people at his stall, however, quickly like dampens his spirits. Damn, if only I can find that person who wanted my cabbages. Oh, maybe I should switch up my pitch. However, continuing on. Unless you want to talk more with the cabbage man.
No.
Chad, cabbage man.
Wait, if I remember right, this is gonna last for a whole day. Just me and
Yes.
this cabbage guy.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, you
cool.
could just like
Fucking-
randomly torment him.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I could just fuck with him for the whole afternoon.
Just like at random occasions. Alright, I tell the cabbage man his cabbage looks gay. Something stupid.
Cheers.
Oh fuck.
Gay?
I'll just be like, this cabbage could get it.
Oh, let's kind of reel it back in so we can get some progression going.
Yeah,
So-
please do before I
What are
choke
you
to
guys
death.
doing?
Well, I would
Floating
have
with
been
the
out
online.
getting information for about a few hours now, so I won't come back until Silent's done doing his thing.
Oh my
Well,
God.
Silent's just drinking, waiting for you guys, and so you're...
drunk.
Okay, yeah, then yeah, I
Floating
would
with
have
the guy,
come
like,
back
there's
at
not much I can do.
around 8 p.m.
So you, when you say like come back to,
The inn.
are you saying you're leaving the market, or?
No, because
And then
with
come
gathering
back to the
information, this takes place within an undefined amount of time. So I would have been
Yeah. So
outside.
that's why I was saying
Yeah.
like in the like 2 hours or whatever that you would have originally spent trying to gather information in the market, you didn't really gain anything, and that's from the description that I gave.
Okay, so
God, it
that's
was
about
felt
5
like
p.m.
20
now.
so-
Then. Okay.
Yeah, it's getting to evening, so the sun is setting.
What was it when we went to the tavern yesterday?
Sun sets around about 6 p.m.
Yeah, because I was just about to ask that because Jax didn't show up at the tavern until after it already got dark the last time we were there.
He is a drow after all.
Yeah. Mm.
What? That's not meant to be a joke. Literally,
Yeah, no,
drow
but
do
it's just kind of like,
Win.
yeah, okay, right.
They literally have light blindness.
Gained.
Yeah, they get dazzled. It's the same as like Durgar and whatnot. Light sensitivity. That's the one.
Yeah.
Right. So
No,
okay.
they don't
with
have
that,
light sensitivity. They have light blindness.
oh, is it different for them?
Light sensitivity is the lesser version of light blindness.
Oh, Durgar only have light sensitivity. Oh, that's right. Drow are deeper. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it would be getting dark now, so he'd be showing up.
Yeah, so drow are
Alright,
literally
yeah.
blind.
I'll head back then.
So drow are blinded in sunlight. They're not dazed, they are blinded.
Yeah. Yeah.
By
Because
that
Durgar
knowledge-
get dazzled. But yeah. All right. So
Yep.
I'll head back to the tavern then, because that's when. Because I
what was
was
that,
very
Nox?
aware that that's when Drow was. Jackson.
By that knowledge, if you casted like the sunlight spell, would you blind them?
Yes.
Yeah, they would actually have a
Good enough.
negative to the save.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah, so like for instance if you look up like light blindness, then the two spells that specifically state this will blind people for rounds is like sunlight and daylight, the two spells. If you cast light, however, it will dazzle them.
Yes.
But however, heading back to the inn and making your way in, you see a decently drunk Silent seeming to still be wooing said strumpet at his table. Quite a few people have like tended to walk in, but well, not walk in, but be apparent within the inn. And in the corner, you don't necessarily see Jarl Axel at this point in time, but you do see that like one or two drow seem to be sitting in the corner where he usually hangs out, including one of them being a small drow woman who was the one that tried to read your mind earlier.
I was just checking.
How do we know?
Drow don't even get a save to fucking blindness. It just happens.
Yeah, no save. It's
I was
literally
gonna-
as spell gets cast, they're blinded.
How is it
Yeah.
that we
I
know
just
it's the woman that
remembered.
tried to read a mind? Because I thought we didn't see her. She was just
No, we did.
She walked
Okay,
out.
I just
So
saw
when
her.
you entered, so remember when you were in Kurth, and she
yeah.
walked out
would make
directly in
more sense.
front of you. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
when.
I've got it
Axel
written
put
down
his
in the
hand
notes, so I
on
can
her
tell you
shoulder.
exactly how that scene went.
I
phone
just took it wrong apparently, because I took it as in like she still had a hood up and like covered entirely. So
Nah,
we couldn't
she
see
only-
anything like that.
No, you could tell that they
Yeah.
were drow when they were inside. They didn't have hoods up. It was only when they left the building that they had really,
Yeah.
really heavy, like deep cowls and cloaks on.
Yeah, that's my bad.
What if-
Just continuing.
Yeah, let's go.
I am immune to humanoid specific spells.
Humanoid specific spells.
I don't. What?
It's
I
listed
would
in
have
the
to that.
ritual traits. Our immunity spells only affect humanoids.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So that would mean that if he's immune to that, it means that he's not affected by humanoid specific spells, but he
Oh
would
yeah,
be
so
affected by any
blind
spell with a
person
monster.
doesn't. Yeah, so that. Yeah, okay.
So hold person wouldn't work on him, but hold monster would work on him,
Yeah,
which is actually a heavy deficit because like monster-based spells are of a lower caster level than.
Wait,
Another
wouldn't
thing-
that
another
also
thing, too,
mean
is
that
that
whole
charm
monster would
person-
only work-
Charm person does not work on me either.
Charm monster will work on you though. But
Yes.
what was that
Wait.
thing?
Wouldn't I consider as a monster then?
No.
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 Get
He.
fucked, Centaur.
So look at it like this. Did you ever see The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe?
No.
Have you seen? How do I word
I'll
this?
just take
You know,
your
you know
word
what a
for it
fursuit
for right now.
is.
Let's not worry about that at this point in
Yeah,
time.
I
Um,
think
I'm trying to
effectively,
like, describe the difference, but yeah, let's keep going.
So
Yeah.
effectively, he is not treated as a humanoid. He is treated as a monster. So like, if you had like your horse, well, the horse has intelligence and it has its own stats and everything, is treated as a monster. It's not treated as a humanoid. So monster spells affect it, but humanoid spells do not. And
And
so
I'm
he
considered
has that.
human.
You are considered humanoid, yes. Centaur and barrier and all of those kind of things are all considered humanoid.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I needed. Continue.
Yeah, so honestly, Nox is probably going to get a little, knowing that now, he's probably going to get a little bit more shit talking from the local populace because he is less of a human than you are.
Also, one of my flaws is beastly, so I'm even less human looking, if you could put it that way.
What was your race, Nox?
Now I'm
Lupin.
just imagining like a pet. Now I'm just
Say it again,
imagining literally a dog, but in armor.
Yeah.
Nox, what was the
I
race?
am Lupin. Essentially humanoid, like bipedal wolves, essentially.
Right, so... Right, yeah, okay.
We're getting off track again.
Yeah, no. This is just for
doesn't
you,
matter.
Dan, to remember. So I'll just
No,
put it
I'm
in text
already
chat.
aware. I'm
This
already
is what
aware.
he looks like.
Already aware.
Yep.
So
And the beastly flaw, I'm also affected by spells that affect animals.
yeah. So that's literally So all of this can be boiled down to what I said. So effectively, yes, humanoid spells do not affect him once the spells do. So continuing on, what are you guys doing?
I'm just waiting for everyone to get to the inn.
I'm with
Well,
you.
everyone's at the
I
inn,
guess.
and there's
Okay,
I
a
guess
Mirror
mirror.
seeing them
Jack's
walk
here.
in,
You could-
I'll.
Yeah. So what I had just said was that you could see that there are some drow in the corner. Jarlaxle is not currently there. You
Yes,
could
I'm
see
just
the
gonna-
drow there.
What's the time?
So literally 5 p.m. So it's like 5-6 p.m. Or 5
Um,
going towards 6.
Right, so I suppose I'll ask them. I go up to one of them and ask this question and saying, "Will Jax be arriving anytime soon?"
You walking up to the drow?
Yes.
The drow seem to stop their conversation as you approach, and you ask whether or not Jarlaxle is going to. Jax is going
I
to.
haven't
appear
actually
anytime
heard his
soon.
name as Jarlaxle.
Yeah. I know. The woman seems to perk up slightly, and for the first time, you don't necessarily hear her voice, but you feel her voice. And she states, "He'll be along shortly."
I suppose I'll just give a short nod and a smile and then head back to my table.
Yep.
At this point, I'm going to turn to Lathier and kind of stumble over my words, saying, "You want me to get you a drink?"
Well, I would say yes, but I imagine in your current condition, it's going to be a varnish.
Oh, no, I'll be fine. Trust me. I can walk.
Fine, he's 5 then. I also want some roast
No,
beef, and
oh.
same for my friend.
I'll pay for it. Don't worry, sir. And I'll head up
right
to the
then.
bar and go order it for him.
I guess I will go. I'll just have a tea and a roast beef as well.
Silence already walked away from the table.
Oh, no. Siri said he went up as well.
Oh, okay. So, yep, heading up. Apart from that and your orders, which are accepted and all of that, will you guys be staying with us for more nights?
Probably, yeah.
Pay for 3.
Yeah, I'll pay for 3 more nights. How much is that? 1 golden night per person, I think. I don't remember.
With food and everything included, then it's 2 per night. So that food that you're after will come with the room.
4, 8, 12. So I'll be 12. No, 15. Okay, I can do math, I promise. So
Good job, darling. You're a big smart boy.
Thanks, Wayne. So yeah, I've got
Yep.
that.
Yep. So she takes the coin while mouthing a
Thank you,
"thank
lovely."
you" before putting the drinks down on the counter table. I gave you something a little bit extra.
Thank you, lovely. And I'll take the drinks back over.
Yep. Heading back to the
I'm
table.
sorry, I don't know if that came through. I said thank you, lovely.
Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah. So heading back over to the table, you do notice that out of a small side room, eventually halfway through your dinner, when all the food is also taken out, that Jax does appear. And he seems to sit next to the diminutive, the smaller kind of like drow woman.
I'm just gonna stay sat at the table drinking, because if I go up, I think my character's gonna fall over.
Well, again, it should be responsible to the person who can talk.
Nox.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right,
Fuck no.
so we need the most charismatic person in the party to deal with this.
No.
Get in there,
Alright,
lad.
I got this. I go up to him. I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Oh. Walking up to Jarlaxle and kind of like in a cheerful manner, you kind of greet him, drink in hand. I guess you raise it towards him. Cheers! Or whatever.
Cheers, mate. How you
Cheers.
Cheers.
I didn't know the moon was a fucking alabaster retard, did I?
So, Jarlaxle raises his small glass towards you. Would you guys like to take a seat? Well, would you like to take a seat? I don't think anyone else moved up with him.
No, I was walking over.
Yeah. So, anyone who came over with Silent.
I'd love to.
I would
take
imagine
a
I'm-
seat
I'm
As I
with
sit down.
Charles, having tea.
Yep. Jarlaxle seeming to gesture slightly towards the bartender who was serving you, Silent, and she seems to bring over some chairs. Seating the chairs at the table, Jax gestures for you all to take a seat.
Yep, I'll take a seat then.
How may I help?
Is this a
I'll-
round table?
Sit down and
it's-
thanks for
It's a
Well,
square
once you know.
table. It's sort of a square table, but the couch behind where they're all
Oh,
sitting
like
is
a booth
very
thing.
like
Yep, okay.
It's kind of like, no, it's
A
kind of like
corner booth.
a corner. So yeah, the large couch is kind of like an L shape around
Yeah,
one.
okay.
half
It's
of
like
it.
that place
And-
in the pub in VR chat where we always used to hang out.
Kind of, yeah. And
Yeah.
so the waitress bartender just brought over 2 chairs for the opposite side, where usually Jax would be looking out across the
Everton.
tavern.
Right. So I'm at the table with him, right? So I suppose yes, a small question on how I would procure certain exotic reagents from animals. I'd imagine you'd be a good person to ask this question.
Who knows?
Oh, right.
However,
Yep. I was going to say something.
do have I literally have in the way that I structure it, I do have pauses, so who
That's
knows?
good.
Do have some contacts.
Well, I'd spoken with someone known as Drawlight before, and they were about as useful as a wooden fry pan. Now,
He does seem to let out a deep hearty laugh. The man is fairly entertaining.
That was actually pretty.
yes,
funny.
I suppose the only joke bigger than what he could say is when you look at him. Now,
Well, the man has his uses.
oh yes, of course they do. Those of their certain taste, as they would say. Now,
If you do see him again, however, do remind him that he owes me a little bit of money.
Oh yes, I'd imagine that's what bought him his extremely over spended clothing would have gotten him.
Oh no, he had that far before I met him.
Ah. Yes. It appears that he has very much. What is the word? I'm not
has a
against
taste-
people.
He has a taste for the finer things, but not the coin to back it up. He is fairly in debt.
Huh, isn't that like all of them?
Not really on the north side.
Oh yeah, I was referring when that was in like a general statement to most
Yeah.
people.
Yep.
Right now. Oh yes, Farah had requested me to look for a sort of look around to see if anyone's like proper paying attention. Would I do a spot on that?
Sure.
So my spot's absolutely fucking terrible on Lathy, so it's just a +2. I got a 17.
Yep. So you can see that there are like a few people that are within about like 10 feet, well 15 feet. But like the area where Jax and all of that sits is got a decent amount of spacing between it. However, Jax does notice what you were looking around and all of that, and he seems to glance at Kimuriel briefly before gesturing for you to continue.
Yes, well, I suppose I speak plainly then. Sometimes I get tired of our games. I'm sure.
Oh, Silent here. Silent, do you want to do a knowledge arcane?
Oh, yep.
Since you're over here and Flint's over here,
yeah.
those are the two characters that are over it with them.
Yeah. Oh, finally I get.
That's pretty
roll.
good. Nice.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good actually. After Jax glanced at Kimuriel, that you're able to tell that she silenced the area without moving or doing anything like that.
Oh, she's psionic.
She,
I won't
she's
say
not a
anything,
silent
but
caster,
I'll
she's
look as if.
psionic. She
Yeah,
doesn't.
that's what I
she
said,
doesn't
psionic.
need to have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she doesn't
So
need.
psionic.
Yeah, so she doesn't need to do any sort of like somatic, verbal, or any other component. It's literally she just thinks of it and then it happens, kind of thing. It's casting without the decreases, the negative casting.
I look at my hand and be like,
I've just got shown up. Oh.
I just like look at my hand and be like, oh.
What is my purpose? You pass butter.
Oh. Right, so I wouldn't have noticed this. Oh no, wait, Silent, you were gonna say?
I was gonna say, I look over and go, Lathia, what is my purpose? They could just do what I do, but better.
What are you talking about?
You passed the butter.
The space is silenced. They didn't do any hoo-ha. I don't...
Kimuriel raises an eyebrow when you mention that. She didn't think that you would be able to detect it, but
I suppose I'll
like,
oh, yeah,
I'll just go, oh, I saw. I just smile at her.
yep.
I
And
suppose I'll
so-
just look at a quick glance at Kimuriel
Kimuriel, yeah.
and give like you know that like that not bad expression, like that nice.
Yep.
And then before I go, so I'll just be like, before I start speaking to Jax.
Jax, seeing that, Jax kind of like
acknowledge me.
Jax sort of rolls his eye kind of slightly and sighs. Continue.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Well, to be honest, Farah had requested that she had needed a cockatrice tears, and they were extremely imperative to. Well, this expedition having a payout.
Yes. And so, a cockatrice. I do know of one. Perhaps. Not sure if he still has it though.
But we don't need the creature itself. Just its tears, apparently. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
the man
magically
doesn't
inclined
exactly-
myself.
The man doesn't exactly sell parts of the animals. He sells the animals. He does have a few other ones, which I'm not sure how he managed to actually get them without our help either. The cockatrice, however, that was a bit of a nuisance to actually wrangle for the man. But yes, he does. There is one such that I know of. in the city.
Right. Fuck. Was he paid by Kurth? Jax.
Jax is a first. You know that, like, from the previous sessions, that, like, his, like, he's effectively a mercantile slash mercenary group. So
Yeah,
they
I know
help
that.
people do that kind of like stuff.
Yeah, but I don't. One of the few things I didn't fucking put in there was whose payroll was Jax on, because you did mention that at one point.
Jax is being paid by Ship Kurth to provide assistance, which is where
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Farah came in. So
Yes.
Farah works for Brigand Arthur.
Yeah. Okay. That's why we needed that grid before. Right. Okay. Right. So I suppose I'll mention that because Kurth has stated that as long as Farah's in, well, Renthor's possession, that this investment is not going to pay out.
Possibly not for them, yeah?
Ah, with them, are you? Well, I don't mean that offensively or anything like that, but paying both sides, are we?
Giving a deep smirk, he states, I'm not playing both sides. That would be callous of me.
Oh.
I'm always on my side.
Ah. Something in common then we have, yes?
They are asking for a service, I am providing the service. If they run into issues down the line, such as this, then I would just consider it poor planning.
Yes, I don't do things around here as well thought out as where I'm from. But... would you be able to point me in the right direction of where to meet this Beastmaster or Kennel Lord?
I could.
However, yes. What would you like out of it then?
Well, you kind of touched upon a little bit of the point when you had stated playing both sides. Both Renthor and Kurth are paying me.
Yeah, so well, that was the smartest position to take. I can agree with that.
One of the issues, however, the host towers. I've got whispers that, not necessarily of anyone of import in there, but similar to me, how I like listening, they like listening.
Yeah.
Questions seem to be asked. Camuriel, do you remember the name of that man who was asking around? We were meant to talk with him possibly tomorrow at some point. Camuriel seeming to turn, not stating a word. Ah, yes. Man by the name of Delvin. We're meant to be talking with this man. Well, at least a representative of our group are meant to be talking with him tomorrow.
So Delvin, D-E-L-V-I-N?
Yes, a man by the name of Delvin Arclight.
Delvin.
So is that A-R-C or A-R-C-H?
A-R-C Light.
Yep.
As long as you can say it, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll just get it right.
He seems to be interested in the ruins. Naturally, that's sort of a bit of a problem to Kurth, as well as, well, more notably, to Kensidon. Especially since he's meant to be the person keeping all of this under wraps for the time being. And so, I know that we were meant to be meeting with him tomorrow at some point.
So, right. Well,
I would prefer that he doesn't find out about much of what's going on in those ruins, as
Oh, he's
if
referring to
anything
Delvin, yeah?
happens- Yes.
Yeah.
As if things happen, then could possibly put a little bit of a hole in my pocket.
Right, well, I imagine that we're a bit in kin where, let's be honest, we would rather have a glint than honor and things like that. I'll say it in a joking manner. If...
Oh,
From
I
what
don't
I'm-
care. Murder the person for all I care.
Oh, yeah, no,
Or
exactly.
Talk out with them.
But
However,
what I was,
he is someone, as far as I know,
Yep.
he does operate within the host tower.
Yes, I've spoken with one of them before. I believe his name was Alfonso. Alphonse, I should say.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh,
yeah. I'll put that down, motherfucker.
He's X. He's an X.
Yeah,
X
yeah.
tower
I know.
but, yeah.
Yes, I've spoken with their kind.
Ah.
A little odd. But the thing with that is, you have in this for the biggest payer, correct? Well,
In
obviously.
this- What did you say, sorry? In this what?
He's obviously here for getting the most money he can out of the situation. He doesn't give a fuck what side wins.
I would say that I have little stake in the outcome, but I would prefer to be there and help
Yes,
out
so-
whoever does.
On that note, Ship Kurth is, from what I have gathered, the most wealthy of all ships in this region. If Kurth were
Not the
to
most
come
wealthy.
ahead,
They are the most powerful.
well, yeah. It's
He does.
True.
That's in character.
True.
He corrects you on that.
true.
They
Okay.
do not necessarily hold the most wealth, but they do hold the most power, and especially political power in the city. They also
So-
have the largest fleet,
If
small army almost.
Kurth had come ahead in what we are talking about, then how do I word this without like instigating me getting fucking assassinated?
If you want to think over it for a minute,
Yeah, do that. I need to think of how to word
I'm
this,
going for a-
because I'm treading a real fucking thin line here.
But just do what I do. Fuck it. It'll work every time. Trust me. It worked
Yeah.
for me in the past.
Yeah, totally. Five
See,
characters
unlike
in.
you, I actually give a shit about my characters.
I do give a shit about my characters. I just like
You
funny
also,
stuff.
also have to keep in mind that, like, this is, if you agree to dealing with that Delvin character, that, remember, in 2 nights is the full moon, which is where the ceremony is going to happen. So you're
Yes.
going to have to get Cockatrice and Farah within effectively a day and a half.
Yeah, we have a
And if
single
you
rest.
agree to
I'm
Delvin-
aware.
And if you try and deal with Delvin, then that's a extra thing to deal with.
Yes.
We can't really take more.
So yeah, I
on,
suppose I'll
truthfully.
say yes. Well, it appears that if Renthor would have his way with how this is going, then with what I've heard with these ruins, some make-believe magic, or however it is that these kinds work, I'm not well acquainted with them. If Farah is not with Kurth by the time that this happens, then we're going to have to wait, well, quite a while before these ruins can be used. Some magical
So-
thing.
Instead, then, perhaps I could ask a little bit of information from you.
Yes, what is that?
What exactly has everyone in such a ruckus that has been found down there?
Well, apparently there is some hoard of treasure that would put a lesser family in Waterdeep to shame.
Do you want to? So,
Would that be a bluff?
yeah,
I mean that's not wrong, though.
it's not. Yeah, it's not wrong, but you're obfuscating things.
Yep, that's fair enough. Let me find that. Yep, alright, so that is a plus 18. 28.
Yep, so give me a second.
Yeah, he comes
Yes,
a fucking...
one more than...
Yeah, here it comes. Damn.
Interesting.
He's a plus 19 on sense motive, goddamn.
He's the leader of a mercenary group, which
Yeah,
is
no,
literally-
that's fair. Yeah, it's
let's
just...
ignore
But
that.
here's the thing. I'm pushing pretty good above my, like, weight class with this stuff.
Yeah. He's also got almost about 9 levels on you guys. But,
Yeah. So I still feel that at least I had a chance with this.
Yeah. So he does. he seems to go, interesting. Okay then.
And if...
So the person that you're probably going to be looking for, down towards the docks a little bit, there's a small house near the cliffs. It'll stand out a little bit as it's not necessarily one of the more well-kept houses in the Mirabar district. I know that a man inside of there seems to delve into various oddities, one might say. Sells bit under the table magical artifacts, and on times it's been known to sell creatures.
Did he give me a name on that one? Or just where? Just typing that in.
It's effectively, I'll just like draw a.
Oh yeah, so he
do
just
a-
gave me like clear directions.
Yeah,
Alright, yeah, so I'll just type that in. Mirabar District.
by the
Just
cliffs.
have Directions to... Hello? Yep, I just got that in there.
However, I trust that you'll find what you're looking for.
Yes, and to be honest, so do I. I'd rather, as everyone else in this situation, come out ahead. And as you had mentioned before, Kurth is what you would say the most powerful. If this situation goes the wrong way with, well, from what I was getting from the meeting, Kurth and Renthor aren't on the best of terms. It would be more beneficial to aid Kurth in this, in my view. If Renthor has more... I was going to say with that, because if Kurth is the most powerful, then wealth doesn't get much if you don't have the leverage.
Depends how you use it.
Oh yes, I'm quite well aware with using money. But it's the being able to hand it.
So what are you after?
Would he know... would you happen to know where Renthor had taken this Farah? Or would you have an assumption on that?
Renthor doesn't really own many accommodations that we know of, at least. They seem to stick primarily to their manor. I do know that there are some hidden passageways that lead into their manor, down from the docks when they want to sneak in some possibly frowned upon
Illicit
items.
materials and such.
Illicit is an odd word to use in this city, but yes.
Oh yes, I'm quite well aware. Sorry, a bit of a, what's the word? Habit from where I'm from.
But yes, there are ways in and ways out.
Right. So, the docks then. Would you know which bridge? Not which bridge, which quay?
Well,
Fuck, that's the wrong word. What am I thinking of? This is an out of character thing. I'm trying to think of the word for, because docks have...
It doesn't really matter, but it'll...
You know what I'm getting at.
He states that it's the harbour. The harbour on the Mirabar side. Since, of course, he said that it's through the, like, cliff face and whatever. That you can assume that it's somewhere along,
So,
like...
Is he... So, let me just bring up the map. So, with when you say cliff, so he's talking about this one here?
Focus being, like, hit... No, so, like, you know that it's this one. You've already...
Yeah, that's where his house is. I get that.
Yeah, so you know that somewhere along here in this cliff face...
yeah, okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah, right, okay. Because, yeah, when you said harbour, I was, like, just looking around, like, this area.
Yeah, it's
I get
in
you.
the mountainside.
Yeah, alright. Right. Well, I hope this all works out in all of our favours, because I would like to be paid on this.
That's your mistake for working for free, if you are.
Of course not. For free? What do I look like, a common peasant? Well, I should say...
I'm still getting to grips with a lot of how you surface dwellers look, so I'm not going to make any judgments. Giving a sly grin.
Okay, so that's a question. So... He can, like, Charles isn't in full plate. Charles is in, like, normal clothing. When he says, because Goliaths look very similar to Drow, they just don't have pointed ears and they're a lot bigger.
They don't have the same skin color. Well,
they do.
don't.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Goliaths, well, it depends, because Goliaths can have pretty much most skin colors.
They're
Typically,
mostly grey and dark grey. And if they are from there's a certain region that they're from where they actually can be like a very dark shade of purple.
Because Goliaths are typically just pale. They look like kind of like a Nordic kind of person who's never like seen the light of day. So not really grey, but more like just pale.
No.
They can go. They can. There are subtypes, whatever, that are like grey and all of that, but they don't look like Drow at all. Well, not necessarily at all, quote unquote, at all. It's more just
because
Drow are pretty much purple or like pitch black.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like that's what I was getting at. Is Goliath aren't like a normal shade of what we would consider a skin.
We're getting a little bit off topic, by the way.
Anyway,
also.
yeah. Okay. That was a small thing. I didn't mean to drag that out.
Yeah. So, with that, Jack seems to take another swig from his cup. Was there anything else that you needed?
Well, let me think. So this is for everyone else in the party. So we've talked about where we need to go for Farah. You're all paying attention. So we know where to get Farah, or where to go for that. We know where to go for the cockatrice tears. Can anyone think of anything else?
How we should actually collect Farah.
No,
go ahead.
I'm joking. I was making a joke.
No,
what was that, Sibby?
I'm going off of what the one guy said earlier, collecting Farah. He would prefer there not to be a giant incident involving all of that. But how would we actually go about collecting her, so to speak? Like a plan.
Does he have any way for us to go incognito, basically? Like, is there...
Yeah, that's actually a good way of saying it.
Are you asking Jax that?
I won't say it like that. I guess I'll pipe up now and I'll be like, I'll lean over. Is there any way you know of that we could sneak into places at all? Or
What
anything
place?
that could help us sneak in. Oh, I'm thinking of it's the giant fucking house where Farah is.
Yeah, just
That's what
like,
I'm
remember to mention where you
okay.
want to get into.
Right. Okay. Is there any way you could help us sneak in to get Farah, so we don't cause too much of a ruckus?
Oh, well, it depends on how you want to do it. Are you asking for us to collect them?
Much rather things that
I
could
mean-
help us do it.
I would suggest a good thief and some lockpicking tools.
I suppose I'll pop up.
That'd be-
Would you happen to know one?
Once again, it comes back to the question of, are you hiring us to do this?
Well, I suppose on how much are you asking?
What's the time frame? Seeming to act oblivious to the fact he quite clearly knows the time frame and everything.
Yes, I know the little game that we can play, but we both know that this is quite short. So what about this?
2,000 gold. I'll have her out by midday tomorrow.
I find that acceptable. To be honest, I was going to offer more. Yes, I think we can
Well,
do that. No,
since you were saying no.
that's out of character, bitch. No, that's out of character. Fuck you. You can't use that. Right. Well then, I suppose I will have like, okay, so I will put this a little bit in character. I'll have like a little bit of a smirk and go, I believe they'll find that acceptable, as I pull out 2 platinum coins and hand it over. Oh, here you go.
Yep. Turning towards Camiriel,
Damn.
I think we have some work for Alias Hoon. Would you be so kind as to go and brief him?
Oh, now I'm like
okay.
a peasant. I only have gold coins.
This might sound
Giving-
like out of character, but just in case, probably should mention where to bring her, because I don't want one of those like monkey foot.
She will be
deals.
brought here.
Okay, that
Yeah.
works.
Wait, I speak Undercommon. Fuck.
Albeit they've all been just like talking in
In common. Yeah, I know.
common or mentally.
Yeah.
Flint,
So-
the only language that you don't have is Elven,
Literally the only
which
one is
I
Elven.
uncovered.
Is the only one I
Yeah,
don't have is
because I
Elven.
ended up.
Incorrect.
Because the
There
only
are
thing-
actually more languages.
No, yeah,
So,
Dan,
for
I'm
instance,
aware. I
you
don't
don't-
speak fucking ethereal and all those other wank ones, but the
No,
only
I was going
normal
to say
one.
Drow sign. You don't speak Drow sign.
Well, no, motherfucker, I don't speak sign language.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Well,
it
like-
is
like
assumed
language-
that if you can speak a language, you can sign it.
No.
Don't fucking give me that shit.
No, it's specifically
Let's
you
not-
can speak
let's
it and
not-
read
let's
it, but Drow sign is specifically a language you need to learn, so you need to put 2 skill points. So, like with languages, language as the skill, that you can spend 2 skill points, like whenever you level
Okay,
up and all
so
of that, you can
I do
spend
have a
2
thing on
skill
that.
points to learn a language, and Drow sign is a separate language to Drow.
Yes, okay, so with that, so I do have the skill speak language, so I'd be able to get a language for 1 point.
If it allows you to, yes. But any normal person spends 2 skill points and they can learn a language.
Right, okay.
However,
yeah.
we're getting off.
But yeah,
we're
let's
getting
keep
off
going.
track. So, with that, Camiriel seems to take the 2 platinum pieces and then head off somewhere towards the back of the inn.
Once
I wish
had
you
a
all
good
a
idea.
very good night then.
Yes, and so do I. Right then.
Raising
Oh.
his cup towards you.
Yeah, I was literally
guess-
about to say cheers.
At this point, I'm going to pick up my glass, down the last one, take the glass to the bar, and then wish everyone a good night and stumble up the
Yep.
stairs to my room.
Oh, whoa, no, well, I wasn't going to go to bed yet. We were going to go into... Oh, no, we have 2 nights. Okay, we'll do it tomorrow.
No, you have. Well, so it's 2 nights until the ceremony.
Yeah,
'Cause
so we
the-
still have... Yeah, okay,
One-
so we can...
So this night. So you have this night and then tomorrow night. So you have 1 rest, and
Right.
then the
So
next
3
rest
nights including tonight. Okay.
Yeah, it's
wait,
almost done.
1 second. I'm just double checking that I'm not like fingering this after like fucking 6, 7 ciders. Give me a second. Let me just go recheck this.
I know the feeling. My thought process has gone to poopy.
Yeah, this is what happens when you get really deep into like political shit.
Time frame.
Yeah.
So it is. Well, I'll just control F, full moon. Whoops, let's not do that. Remove that. And
Oh, why is she doing this? I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
for the full moon in 2 days, and in 2 days, so that is, yeah, you have this night's rest, tomorrow night's rest, and then it's the ceremony.
On the third night from now, that's when it's happening.
It's on the 5th.
The fifth
So
night from
it's
now.
currently no, it's on the 5th of Nightal, and you are currently on the 2nd. So tomorrow is the 3rd, then it's
Then the 4th. Yeah, so the third night that's when it's happening. Right, okay.
Wait, so before the full moon in 2 days, so 2nd, 1, 2. 4th night. So it's the 4th going to the 5th. So you have this night, which is going to the 3rd, tomorrow night, and then that day's. Yeah. So you have 2 rests.
Okay, yep. So that's what I wanted to know because I wasn't entirely sure because that's pretty.
Yeah,
important.
2 rests.
Okay. Well, all right then. So I suppose after taking a drink, I'll say over to Jax in Undercommon. To a good payout.
To your success.
Then yours.
Hopefully, we'll work together again.
Well, unless you would like dealings with a family of down south, then so would I.
How south? He seems to like.
Don't forget. With my character is I do actually have a Would he see my ring?
He would see it. He probably he even knows it or doesn't care. This is within the first fucking decade that he's been above on the surface. Probably in the first fucking 5 years that he's been above the surface. So it's he doesn't.
He would know enough to know that yes, I'm from Waterdeep just by looking at the very specific clothing that I have.
It would be more that he looks at your ring, looks at that, and goes okay, so this person probably has a decent amount of wealth and is of one of a kind of people. You probably wouldn't make the distinction or care about the distinction between.
So he would know, not like the rest.
Or he would probably not care between the difference of Waterdeep, Neverwinter, any of that. He's just okay, this person has money, and he might have a family, kind of that sort of a thing. But however, continuing on, and you guys return over towards the table where the rest of your party is sitting.
Yep. So, as we're at the table, does anyone think of what we want to go over? Because I was gonna call a break for a piss. But we'll do that during our sleep time. So, does anyone got anything to bring up?
Well, I mean, I'm not at the table, so no.
I mean,
I've gone to bed, so no.
Ajax 2.
I'm currently just wandering, just chilling, been back.
Being chilling.
Yep. So we have 2 nights to get his. Right, I suppose I'll look at everyone and say, well then, hopefully it all works out in the way that we'd want it to. And I suppose I'm going to head up to my bed because I need to take a piss.
I guess
Heading off to bed, everyone rests and they pray and do whatever else they need to do to regen their spells and whatever hit points they may or may not have lost, whatever.
Yep.
And then I wake up with a hangover.
So we're good. I'm back in a bit.
Yep.
Oh, fuck! I'm gonna piss myself.
How many hit points was it? 4 or 6?
It's your character level hit points per long rest.
I haven't lost any hit points with this, man. Oh wait, have I?
I lost hit points a couple of sessions back.
I haven't lost hit points because I am a professional.
I assume.
By professional, I mean my character fucking died. Damn.
So 20.
So
well,
long rest. Be roll.
So you are level 6, so you haven't played with us last session, but you were the session before, so in the rest since then, you would have regained 12 hit points, so you go from 26 out of 44 to 38 out of 44, because you haven't used any healing items.
Oh, 38 out of 44. Got it.
Yep. Rough rack calf.
+1 bitches gained. Get fucked. So now we have Civi has the horse, and I have the bar wench. Perfect. Life is good. Lathia has.
He has the horse, you have the what, sorry?
I'm back.
I'm claiming the bar wench now, apparently.
Yep.
The horse
And
is
Flint
not
has his
mine.
Flint has the merchant who constantly thinks of him. Back in the first.
Oh,
Salad-
that
salad-
reminds me. Speaking of merchants. Oh yeah, Dan. I did mention that when we first got back in the season 1, that yes, canonically, Lathia was in contact with Salah throughout the break.
Well, you may, yeah, you can have sent like messages, whatever. Yeah,
There was letters and things. I don't want to get too much into it because that's we'll leave it to the side. It's kind of like a background thing, but yes, that is happening.
Yeah.
Also, that brings up a good thing. So here's a question that's a little bit out of character for everyone because I'm the guy that holds all the money. Who here needs items and things?
Oh, I also am still holding my own money.
Well, yeah, you don't got as much as me, and I use money better than you do. I don't mean that
The
like
only
me
one who
being a dick. If you
really-
need something, get me to buy it.
I think
Flint's
the person
just
who
saying
needs
that
items
as
the most is Livy.
rewards.
No, I've got
be
the
honest.
most. I've got the most.
Well, yeah, I say that because like everyone just uses Flint as a bank for better
I
or
mean, when it
worse, but that
comes
means he's the
to-
money baron.
Other than just probably getting more potions of healing.
So what do you have for supplies, Subi? I don't mean like rations and things like that. That's mundane shit. Like, what do you have for like actual shit? For like potions, stuff like that. What do you got?
Bra-
For like just
potions,
potions.
rings,
Right now, I
items.
just got 5 pots of light healing
You're.
and
You don't need. Yeah, you're fine.
and 1
I
potion of.
only have 1 potion
Silent.
of moderate wounds left.
Silent, do you have a wand of vigor?
What's up?
Feels bad.
Yes, I have
Knox.
a wand of vigor and a wand of magic missile.
Right. Okay. What are the charges on the vigor?
50.
Alright, we're good on that. Alright, Nox, what do you got for supplies?
only
Not
have-
gear, supplies.
Supplies wise, I only have 1 potion of moderate wounds left.
How many hit dice do you have? How much health?
I just had a long rest from, I think, the last.
What is your
session,
total
if I'm
health?
right. Total health is 44. I currently have 38.
Okay, so we have 5 light healings, 1 moderate. To be honest, that's fuck all. Well, for you two, I've got my own. I'm fine. So we need.
Yeah.
So I'd say we will probably grab. What's the math on a moderate healing? I think that's 250.
Possibly. It's about that, or it's 150 or 250 to.
Because I know
something
a
around
light
that.
healing's 50.
Yep.
Healing.
I think it's 250.
Yeah, so 250 per. So that's 4,000, and we need. I think 3 on both of you guys is probably the one. That's 1,750 all up. No, 1,500 all up. It'll be. Right. Okay. Right. So we're gonna head to an alchemist. I mean, no, just to keep this in mind, Nox, how much money you got?
Let me check real quick. I have an even 5,700 gold. And
You can
7
buy
silver.
your own shit then. Sibi, what do you got?
I got 1,103.
Okay, so do you guys want to buy your stuff, or do you want me to see if I can haggle them down?
I would be okay if you haggled them down. Very okay.
Alright.
You guys are fucking rich. I have 308.
Right, so, okay, that's what we'll do. I'll talk to them, I'll buy it for you, and then you guys give me the money back for it. Right,
Fair enough.
Alright, Dan, I'm gonna go look for an alchemist.
Yep, okay. After a bit of time, you manage to find a shifty-ish looking alchemist that seems to have set up shop vaguely where the old kobold used to have his small alchemy shop in the rat alley.
Greetings, merchant. I'm here for potions. Your strongest potions.
You cannot handle my strongest potions, traveler.
I can
My
handle your
strongest
strongest
potions
potions.
will kill you, traveler.
They would not kill me. I require your strongest potions.
We're
Well, my
not doing the
strongest
shit
potion
again.
My strongest potion is literally poison that can kill people, so yeah, it will probably kill you, traveler.
I do want to mention that the guy that made that video, it has actually become a legitimate screenwriter.
Wow.
How fucking funny is that?
Based.
But yeah, right then. Simple. 6 moderate wounds potions.
Yep, give me 1 second.
1,500. For total cost. So base cost will be 1,500.
Wait.
250 each. You said it.
I'm just double checking.
Double checking what? Double checking these.
Mate, you got no knives to check. You're literally checkless.
I'm going back to the bar wench. Fuck this. I'm gonna go back to flying with the bar wench.
That's a second. So it is. Bum, 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 bum. It's not 250, it's 300 base. So.
Oh, and I was going off what you said.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, that's why I was double checking. So he goes and states. So, how many did you want?
6.
Might be able to scrounge up a few. Will be costing though. 350 per.
Well, let's be a little more reasonable, shall we? How about?
I think I am being reasonable.
Oh yeah,
You see how many people get cut up in this city? I'm running dry, unfortunately. These would be my last few. Got to sell them at a high price, or else not going to be able to afford the other ingredients to make more, am I?
310 per.
Can do it for 330.
315, no higher.
315. That's not even going to break ends meet, I'm afraid. 325 is lowest I'm going.
Done. 320.
325. I said
well,
325. I can't go lower. I'm not going to be able to, afford the reagents to make more. This is literally skinning me.
Well, I suppose that's just how things go, isn't it?
I know. Shame. Pulling the potions back across his desk.
322.
Told you, 325. I've literally got it in my ledger. Cost me literally what you're trying to pay to actually even make it, and that's not counting into effect how much time it takes for me to make it.
Would I be able to do a knowledge local to know of another alchemist around this area?
You
Just to,
wouldn't do it
recollect
via
this
a
on the
knowledge.
spot.
Not for a knowledge local, because you haven't. This is the only place that you know of. You can't knowledge local and then find somewhere that you haven't ever been before.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, Silent, you try.
Or have heard of.
Okay, I've got an idea. I don't know if this will work. Would I be able to do knowledge arcana to see if that's actually the cost of the ingredients? Or would that...
That would be a craft alchemy check.
Yes.
Nope. Okay then, no, I wouldn't. I have a blank craft. I don't got anything in it. I'm not putting alchemy in just for this bit. I have untrained craft. No, I can't do anything.
Unfortunately, it's just to do with the season. Requires like a lot of fresh herbs and all of that. Can't get them now. Those that they are selling, price has gone up. I do have like something that might be a little bit more inside of your price range with some cure light wounds.
Well, what's the difference? 1d8, 2d8. So moderate's 2d8, yeah?
Yeah, cure light is 1d8 plus 1. Cure moderate is 2d8 plus 1.
I was going to ask an out-of-character question if we would know what sort of level he's crafting it at, but we don't have someone who knows alchemy, so we won't get that information.
All potions, unless specifically made for purpose, are at like the level at which you can craft them. So it's, well, the level at which they would be crafted, which is at base level.
Hey Flint, I'm just gonna start out of character again. Couldn't we just buy one moderate potion, or maybe two at the very least, and have stupid Cobalt learn how to make them for free?
That's not exactly how that works. So...
Kind of, sort of, maybe, but it's like...
But you get what I mean.
Time,
That's
yeah,
it.
it's a time frame
Stretch.
sort of thing. It's a time frame kind of thing where it's like, yeah, perhaps if you supply him with a few of them, that he might be able to craft you some in like a few months. Or like
yeah, because he needs to learn how to make that specific thing.
And then get the ingredients, and then craft it with like lots of chances of failure.
Can I do a diplomacy for a 320?
Yep, sure.
Alright. So, let me bring up Leafy. Oh god, I'm about to get the fucking hiccups, I can feel it. That's a plus 2.
Correct.
No, fuck you, mate.
Hey, Flynn, I'm gonna give you a professional tip. Are you ready?
So that's a 37 on the 320.
Yep. 24. How did you misclick a 14?
No, I'm Leafy. I'm literally the fucking talking guy. I have a 24 in diplomacy.
How? Because the maximum ranks you can put into it is
Yes,
8
it's 9, and I
by
have a
your
miscellaneous modifier of 10. I can break it down for you.
Well, because that adds up to 18.
Yes, and then I also have a 5 in charisma.
What's the misc modifier that gives you 10?
10. Right, so I have a feat that is persuasive. I have another feat called Nymph's Kiss, which is a +4. Then I also have 2 synergies from Knowledge, Nobility, and...
I regret asking, I don't care enough. Okay, so...
Why did you ask then?
I'm happy to tell you where the numbers come from there.
Okay, so... for that price, you were saying 320?
320.
We'll go with your original one, 322. How about that?
Alright, I find that acceptable. Right, so let me just bring up a calculator for 6 times 322.
So that is 1,932.
Yeah, 1932.
Yeah.
Yep, I suppose I'll hand that over to him and go, right, here.
Thank you, sir. I hope you'll be coming back to our business very shortly.
Yep. So, I suppose I'll turn around, give the 3 potions to each of them, and say, you both owe me 966.
966?
Yes, per each of you.
I feel like I
Not
should've-
Silent, just Nox and Civi.
Yeah.
This is rigged.
That costs all my money.
He takes all of the fucking like loot money from all the quests, stores it, spends it for you guys because you don't divvy it up, and then charges you for it.
Yeah.
I didn't charge shit, I literally divided 1932 by 2. I did not charge shit.
Yeah. but all of the quest money always goes to your character because they get you to hold
Yes,
it anyway.
because I can
So you
bring
are
down the value of what they want to sell it for.
Yeah, but the point
If
is
they
that you're
had bought
you're given the wealth that they would otherwise have, and
It's
then you're
fine.
charging them for it.
Fun.
I don't think any of us mind Dan.
Because I
Yeah,
make
I
the money
know.
work. I bring the money further than they would.
So-
Alright, shit, okay.
I don't
So how
care.
are we doing this? Do you guys
so
want your own money then?
continuing on.
You want your own
Continuing on.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Continuing
My
on.
brain can't comprehend.
So, what are you guys doing?
Right, so they're getting Farah. We need to find that menagerie up north.
I'm going to hand over the gold very fast to Flint before because
Yeah.
I will forget. So,
Nox, so you giving me
I've-
the money?
How many potions were you able to obtain?
I gave
Sigma?
you 3 potions at 322 each of moderate wounds, which is a total of 966 gold.
Fair enough.
Nice. I like potions. I like healing things. I think I'm drunk.
That's...
Lamau.
I can tell.
Oh, that means I can take advantage of you. I did not say that. Dan, how could you say that to Civi?
What? Leave me
Live,
out
caught
of
on
your-
camera, caught on recording. Flint sent me the recording, I'll edit that out.
However, so what are you guys doing?
We need to head to the Mirabar district to look for that fucking menagerie. Jax will give me directions to a reagent cellar for cockatrice tears. Paid Jax 2 platinum to receive Farah. Yeah, so we're going up to where Jax told me to go talk to before. In the
Well,
Mirabar for the reagents.
What was that, Civi? You
I said what he said.
Yep. Heading across the bridge once more and past the guard gate and into the Mirabar district. Wending your way through the streets, you eventually come across something fairly similar to what Jax was describing. A house that seems to have had better days. The front of it, while still outwardly performing its duties and all of that, it seems to have a layer of dust on the sills and, apart from that, a worn knocker on its door.
So this is the house that Jax described, yeah?
It's one that seems to fit the description.
Right, I suppose
You know,
I'll
I don't
ring the
know.
knocker.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, Silent, what was that?
I was thought this is nothing to do with the game, but it's like I thought you were gonna say this. So is this the house that Jax built?
Yes, he built it with his own
Why
drow
did
hands.
that just reminded me of Jack and the Beanstalk.
I don't remember. It's another fairy tale. The house that Jax built, or Jack built, I think is what it is.
Jack and the
I don't
Beanstalk.
Either way. No, something else. The thing I'm referencing is something entirely different to Jack and the Beanstalk. The house that Jack built, I think is what it is.
Yep. So, Dan.
Yes. That is my name.
Yes, let's keep
So
going.
you're knocking on the door?
Yeah, so I'm ringing the shit out of that ringer.
Slamming the door knocker down a few times, you wait on the porch. There doesn't appear to be any sort of answer.
Can I do a spot check to see if I can notice any? I wouldn't know about that. Fuck.
Did I remember to thank Lathier when I gave him the money? I don't think I did. In my mind, I did.
It's fine. I don't. Lathy is not a. What's a pleasantries person?
Yes, but the horse is. Horse likes being nice.
Fuck. What am I going to look for? I'm just trying to think about how I would look for something here.
Yeah, I'm just taking a PB back.
Silent. I'll give you a hint. That's on you. What are we looking
What?
for?
Huh?
Oh my god, that. Silent.
Wizard bullshit.
No, you live here. You know about certain things.
Oh shit, you're right. But the thing is, I don't know how to fucking figure that shit out. I guess I could argue.
Dan. I'll wait till Dan gets back so we can actually hear him speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep, you there?
Yes.
Would Silent be able to recognize any like thieves' cant sort of stuff related to this?
Thieves what?
Thieves can't. They are can't. You know the weird fucking scribblings and shit?
Like,
Because my character is from around here. That's
Wait, you're not a
what
rogue,
we're
are you?
thinking. No.
Fuck! Okay, that doesn't do shit for us then. Okay.
We're trying to just...
Would I be able to do a spot check to see if I can see if there's any sort of other... Oh, how do I word this without making it sound metagamey? Would I be able to look around to see if there's any other way in, like a secret ringer or something?
so a search check?
Yeah, that's about as best as I can do with that, because I'm not going to force myself
Well, that
into
is
that
literally
situation.
a search check.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so that's a... Oh, shit, I mean, I got a 7. All right. Is that a 7? Oh, that's a 2. Oh, I got a +2 on that one. Right, don't even tell me, Dan. Just don't. Nothing.
Kneeling down and trying to like brush away some of the dust on the porch, you get some of the dust in your eye and you fall back unceremoniously off the steps of the porch.
18.
Why is it that every time I get a nat 1, I end up on my ass, Dan? Every fucking time. Every
I got
time.
a 2. I got 3, Dan. What do I see? The fucking...
You see, you get jostled about by Flint falling down. Civi,
Yeah.
you
Nox, make a check.
managed.
Well, you also got
Sure.
Charles to make a check.
I won't be very helpful, but I can
I
try.
can, but like the thing is, I don't want to have 2 characters taking the spotlight all the time, because that's taking away from like you guys
Cheers.
playing the game. Cheers. Because Charles is literally just a thing that I have brought along to help round out our party, not to be a member of the party.
What I would usually say,
I
especially
That'd
when
be
it
a
comes to,
19.
like, oh, 19, not bad.
What was that?
But that's
no,
21 if that's plus
Sorry.
6.
Yeah,
That's 21
supposed
if
to be
you
a
get
+6.
the plus 6. Yeah.
What was that, Dan?
With a plus 6 stat, Nox, you do manage to see that, especially noticing that, like, when Flint managed to dust his own eyeballs with the dust on the stairs,
How dare
that
you?
no one seems to use the front porch. Instead, you can see a small path that seems a bit more well-worn, leading along the side of the house towards its rear. You also think, do you have tracking?
That I believe so. Let me
He does.
Double check. Yeah.
You're able to see, melded in with like the general foot traffic of down the side of the house, you can see the occasional footfall of a different kind of creature.
Are you going to mention this?
No.
Well, I suppose Lathiel will just be, well, I believe he gave us the wrong house.
I'm gonna mention this to everyone. But
What's that?
does anyone else notice this?
Notice what?
The footprints over here.
Huh.
I guess I got an 18. I would have noticed it too, huh?
Hmm.
With the 18, you didn't notice it, no.
Oh.
You would have been able to tell that like people didn't use the porch, but you wouldn't have been able to tell what Nox found.
Right then. Well, thank you for pointing that out, dog. What's your name?
What?
You still haven't given me your name, by the way.
Oh fuck! I haven't given my name in like days.
No, I don't.
Call me
I
Rob.
don't actually know your name.
I know it. I know it.
No, I can bring up my fucking notes, and I can show you that you are literally in my notes as Wolfman.
It's not actually too different. It's Rothrak Calf.
What the fuck
be fair-
is that?
What name is that?
It's a dog name, but anyway,
Yeah.
continuing on. So, what are you guys doing?
Well, thank you for pointing that out, dog thing. Suppose we'll go look down that way.
Heading down the side of the building, Nox is able to see where the footprints seem to stop, as they seem to head towards what appears to be somewhat of a wine cellar. A heavy-looking, sturdy lock seems to be wrapped around the exterior door of it.
I'll
clean
turn
and
to
well kept.
Silent's character. Would you?
Of course, sir. And I'm guessing you want me to do open close bullshit.
Are you a rogue or
Magical.
a wizard?
I'm a sorcerer.
Okay.
He's a
yeah.
retard.
I'm a
What is
wizard,
it? You've
but shit.
been a ranger, a wizard, a sorcerer, a rogue.
I haven't been a rogue.
What was the other one?
I don't think
went-
anyone's played a plain thief. No one's played a plain thief in my
Oh,
campaign.
thief.
It
Oh,
went
okay. We got on
ranger-
second edition then.
Well, rogue. No, sorry, rogue.
Yeah, I know.
rogue.
Just for Flint's thing.
I will admit,
Ranger,
at
ranger,
one point-
wizard, sorcerer, sorcerer.
I did want to kind of play Lupin.
Sorry,
I
no,
don't
it
know how
was
that would work.
3.
What was that, City?
At one point, I thought about playing as Lupin.
Lupin?
Lupin
What the fuck is
III.
that?
Lupin the Third,
Lupin the Third.
the Master Thief.
It's
Lupin.
it's
Shut
Lupin, not Lupin.
I don't watch anime shit. I don't know what the fuck that is.
up, man.
You're not missing much.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
so,
fuck you with the
so Silent, you open the thing.
Yeah, I'll cast open close to open it and see if it works.
Ah, thank you, my good friend. Right. Well.
Casting
Charles?
open.
Oh, yep. You go.
Casting open and close, the masterwork lock seems to snap open, dropping to the floor with a little bit of a clatter as it slides off of the wine cellar door.
I feel like I'm about to enter that like market that's in the Hellboy movies. You know that thing where it's like they open a door and then they're just in like fantasy fucking
I've never
bullshit.
watched Hellboy.
Oh my god, Dan, I'm disappointed.
Most people
How
were
could you, Dan?
disappointed in me. Don't worry. it's
watch
part of course.
don't watch the new Hellboy. Just skip it. All right. So
Yeah.
right. Well then, I suppose we should go and have a look, and we'll head down. Well, I'll open it and then we'll head down.
How do you head down?
Oh, great! I'm about to get fucking raped by a trap. Awesome.
Well, it's just more that you are breaking into a place. So it's like, are you guys just strolling in like you own the place? Are you? How are you approaching it?
Oh,
I like that idea. I'm gonna move
right. Okay.
silently.
I am going to use alter self. Oh no, should I do that? I probably shouldn't. Fuck.
I think we should just go with move silently and try and stay quiet.
Oh yeah, you want the fucking 9-foot guy to go move silently, right? Okay. Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe the two big ones should stay outside for the moment.
That
We're
includes the
going to
horse.
die. Right.
Wait, where is it? Anyone who's moving down, I'm just going to reveal areas.
You know what? Leafy's not a sneaky person. I'm just gonna walk down with Charles. I'm gonna play that to my character.
Let's go.
Where are we moving this?
He's making the map.
I
Don't
mean-
Letting
worry.
everyone over. No, it's already
See-
made. It's down here.
Okay, if we're playing characters, I'm following Flint. Simple.
Put that over here. Yep, I'm just putting everything into position. Put that here. Charles is there. I'll move back one square.
Dragged
Oh,
himself
sorry.
to the camp immediately.
Civi,
Yeah, I was-
you
no, I
are
was
the
just-
front line in this party, so yeah, you'd be there.
Oh yeah, Nox, your character's in the top right-hand corner in the character area.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure where to put him.
I guess at this point I would have my shield and mace ready.
Okie dokie, so heading down the fairly damp staircase,
Moist.
you manage to find yourself in a small room, in the center of which seems to be a square table, a few coin purses seeming to litter the table, along with a few documents, as well as an empty plate. A small bed seems to be present down here, as well as in the far corner appears to be a chest of somewhat.
I suppose I want to call it. I'd recommend not touching any of that.
I was so tempted to grab the gold.
Yes,
I-
I'm aware that you were, but really opening a lock and then we find a chest and gold and coin. This is the checkpoint. Don't touch it.
On the far side of the room appears to be a heavy set door. It seems to be wrought in iron and heavily reinforced. A small keyhole seeming to be in the base of the door at both the top and the bottom.
So can I do a search? Me and Charles are going to do a search in the room to see if we can find the key. Is that alright?
Yep.
So let me grab my...
And if anyone else is doing anything else, then say so.
Search
It's
is
not
a
good,
plus-
but I can also do a search check.
+2 on Charles. No, it's a +2 on Lathier, I should say. So that's Lathier's check. I got a 14 on Lathier. Charles is a... he's also got a +2, so that's that one as well. So I got a 14 on Lathier and a 15 on Charles.
Yep. What's everyone else doing?
So I did a search check
I guess.
as well.
Was that your...
That was my pitiful fucking 3, yeah.
Yep. And so,
Oh,
Silent,
man.
what are you doing?
I was going to do a search check, but I got 7.
Yep. Is Nox doing anything?
I might as well do a search check. Join the party.
Everyone's searching.
Come on, Nox, you can do better than that. Never mind.
The only one here that has like a half-decent modifier gets the shittest base roll.
Sorry.
So when you say that you're searching the room, what are you searching?
So
'Cause
I'm going through...
You can't search a room because
Yeah,
that would
no,
take
no, no,
probably about an hour or so.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm
I'm just
looking
gonna-
through the desk. I'm checking if the desk has any drawers. I'm gonna open the coin purse. I'm not gonna take anything from it. Just checking if there's a key.
I'll search over here near the bed.
That's it. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna-
like really getting into it. It's like, oh yeah, so it needs a key, does it?
So
I'm just gonna be taking a good look at the door.
is that
Did
your
anybody
search
try and
check?
open the door?
So wait. Before we kind of like get a little bit off heel, so Flint, searching the table, you managed to find like small scribblings of like paper and various different bits and pieces, most of which doesn't seem to make much sense to you.
What language is it
Civian.
in?
Hmm. Oh,
it
it's in common, but like it's nothing that you would be able to like
Oh,
draw
it's just
like
nonsense.
very easy
Yep.
parallel to it. It's just like, oh, name thing, name this, and it's not even like. It's not that it's not difficult to understand. It's just more that it's like
Without the
I have
context,
no
it's meaningless.
I have no idea who this is, and I know I have no idea what object A is.
Yeah, okay,
So,
yeah. So without context, it's meaningless.
And so, Nox, searching the door itself. So, how are you searching the door?
I'm looking for like a handle or something on the side.
There is certainly a handle.
Is it unlocked?
So, trying the handle, do you want to make a reflex save?
I was gonna.
Oh.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting.
Had to be someone.
At least
I
it
just
wasn't
went-
Flint for a change.
I just hope I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
die
I'm
from
not
this.
playing Keldon. I don't have to worry about getting fucking Schrodinger's cat trapped. Oh wait, we had a rest last night. I'm gonna put the health in for my Leafy.
Nox, did that include your reflex save?
I don't see that on my list. Oh, it's
Uh,
not.
so-
It'll be in your
Oh,
saves.
9.
Your save section. Yeah, so
So he
plus
got a
9. I was
22.
about to say- yeah. So with the 22, you're able to see from the lower area, which you thought was also a keyhole, that a bolt seems to shoot out across the room. And this is where Silent's going to use his words, as Flint needs to make a reflex roll.
Every fucking time. Every fucking time. Really?
Hear the
For
anger.
fuck's sake. Am I at least
You're
decent at
directly
reflex?
behind
Yeah,
him.
fuck, no, this happens every fucking... I mean, at least it's a 9.
Dad, it's 20 meters behind him. The fuck
Oh,
you
thank
mean you're
God.
behind him?
Oh,
Feet.
20 feet.
I got a
Like
22.
fucking, that's like 6 or
feet.
7
Oh.
meters. Come on.
Motherfucker, I don't give a shit. I've been playing 7 different systems at the minute. I'm allowed to make mistakes.
I got a 22 on that one, then.
22. Yep. So, Charles.
Oh, yeah, you want Charles as well? I thought he was up the stairs. He's actually got
he's
a...
at the bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
alright,
he's at
he's
the
got a
bottom of the
fucking
stairs,
plus
yeah.
11 to that. Of course
Yeah,
he
yeah,
gets a
Wait,
lower
does
one
that
than me.
mean I have to make
You-
one?
No, you all no, because you're high enough on the stairs. You don't need to make it. You're about like 5 or so, whatever feet up. So you all manage to dodge out the way as a bolt seems to strike out across the room. It seems like it was positioned at someone's ankles. It wasn't meant to kill or anything, but more to like maim or slow someone down.
Okay, I'm going to tell everyone to step aside. If this door is trapped, then the only way to enter is if we use magic.
Right, well, okay, so
An
with
excuse
that...
for magic.
Me and Charles are going to like put our backs against the wall and just like leave a path. I'm not entering. I don't want to enter more into this room, but we will be making sure we're not in the path of that bolt again.
Yep.
I'm gonna come in and go down here. No, I was about to say, Nox, do you want to move before I do this? And then I will cast open and close on the door to try and open it.
Another bolt gets shot out.
You can hear the heavy click of a mechanical lock open as the door seems to like shunt slightly. The door doesn't open, but you can tell there's something holding it in place. Has.
I'll say to Nox, it's open, so just try and swing it open. See if you can from where you are.
I'm still standing against the wall.
Like, could I open it from where I'm standing?
You can kind of like grasp it and then just like kind of push it with like a weapon or whatever.
Fair enough.
Mhm. I was basically thinking, put your weapon in like the side of the crack and then like push it open
Leverage
rather
it,
than fucking.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you call a
know.
broken weapon. Because you use
But-
tools for that.
The heavy-set door seems to swing open, and on the bottom corner of it, you can see mounted straight up to where the keyhole was on the bottom side, but there seems to be a heavy-set crossbow. However,
take it?
now, huh?
I would. Yeah, I'm not your character.
Don't
Do what
take
you want.
anything. Yeah.
You can try to decouple it from whatever mechanism. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my cheers. Oh no. Okay.
So you can try
God,
to
I'm
decouple it.
drinking water. I don't have to oblige to your cheers.
Hydrate or dehydrate, bitch.
I was going to ask, what would that require?
Disabled
roll?
device.
Disabled device.
Well, it would be a disabled device. I will give you a +4 circumstance bonus to it as well.
Okay, sweet.
+4 because you can clearly see the device which is operating it and all of that now. Oh, literally! My God, the song that just came on, like on my playlist, is literally "I am the sword that is approaching."
Yeah, the fucking Virgil one.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Hang on, where is Virgil chair?
Man, Virgil needs that chair. That's like the most important thing in the game.
Do you have disabled device?
I have a 0 with a 4 circumstance.
No,
Okay, so-
no. Do you have any skills in that? Like skill points, because that's
No.
You need to be trained in that, don't you?
Okay, so I'm fairly sure. So with disabled device, with your 4, you trying to decouple the crossbow from the door, you manage to break the drawstring on it, but you do manage to get the crossbow off of it.
Okay, good enough. I can replace the string.
Yeah, you can take
Let's
black
go
and
put in
go
D&D
fix, I
text
guess.
chat. You have the sword that is approaching.
Sweet.
Nah.
No, this is the storm.
Nah. Your one is, yeah, I know the chair one, but like my one's better. Wait, where is it?
Oh, fuck.
I'm just gonna put in my possessions heavy crossbow.
So, what the fuck is that?
Monkey. Oh, I have seen this.
Oh damn! You want to be like anime Omega Giga Chad based individual that has definitely 17 cocks? Get that up, yeah.
What?
It's 35 megs. Damn.
But yeah, you see a doorway that seems to open up before you that leads into a following room.
Yeah.
Out of the corner of your eye, where your light seems to reach, you're able to spy a set of like boxes that seem to be stacked up. Somewhat of a storage room, you would presume. Is it called Devil May Cry? Yeah. Wait.
Oh no, that's Neo.
Yeah, that's Neo.
Neo 2 specifically.
This is the one that I was thinking of.
The song is from Devil May Cry. Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, because you actually know the dude who fucking did that.
Yeah.
You know the guy who did that?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, he's a
Well, we'll get into that.
Not like a
later.
close
We've
family
only got
member,
like
but
10
he is a
minutes left
family
in the
member.
session, so we'll end it
Yep.
off.
Wait.
Alright.
I guess with the
Okay.
doorway
Now?
open, I'm gonna re-equip my my mace and shield, and start walking in.
Oh no.
So, walking ahead and getting a glance. So, is that where you're moving up to?
Right here.
Okay,
As
so
far as
like,
no one else is following. This is where it's like, move.
do you have a torch or low light vision?
He does have low light.
Yeah.
Well, not low light, but dark vision because this is underground and all that.
No.
Because
No, he
I see that yellow like light from you, but I can't remember
Charles.
what that is.
That's Charles. He has Charles
His
has
lantern.
That. No, Charles has.
So,
dark
yeah.
vision.
Oh, okay. So, whoops. Oh yeah, for dark vision and things like that, don't put it as a yellowish light. Put it
Oh,
as.
it was grey. You changed that last
Yeah,
session.
yeah. I know. Sorry, I thought he had a lantern on him. I didn't know it was dark vision. If
Yeah,
it is
I'll
do
change
dark
have a
vision, then
lantern.
put it as grey. Yeah, put it as
I'll
grey.
change it back. Yeah.
I keep forgetting I had that weird lantern.
Bullseye. Yeah, so
I have
there
another
you go.
burning torch. I
You-
just don't have it out, but I can get it out.
yeah, so with your bullseye lantern, because I know it's like 60 feet, so you're able to see like this. Inside of the room, there seems to be a set of tables. Various like bits and pieces seem to litter the surface of them.
Can I
Some
peek
of
my head
which-
to look down here as well?
Yeah,
Like, so I'm not
peeking
walking
around.
Okay.
Yeah, peeking around to towards the corner, it seems vaguely empty. A set of like crates seem to litter around various aspects of the room, and two main tables, one primarily on the far side of the room, which seems to have a few scattered pieces of. You're not actually too sure what that is on the table.
Can I do like a spot check on this general area to see if like there's any dust? Like when was the last time anyone's been through here?
Yep.
Nice. 21.
With a 21, you can tell that all of the boxes are fairly new, or at least dust hasn't yet really settled on them in any meaningful way.
Okay.
What is that sound in the background? What the fuck is that?
Those would be dogs.
Is it done?
Those are
Jesus
Jesus
dogs.
Christ, I thought I was listening to like someone drowning on like a fucking security camera.
Nah, it's what are those creatures in Wendigos? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going
Wendigos,
to
yeah.
just. I'm gonna walk in, still shield and mace and all that at the ready.
Yep.
And
Yep.
still nothing going on so far.
Not that you can tell, there doesn't seem to be much movement from the room.
Okay,
suppose I'll move
I
up
guess
by
I'll
now.
move over here, and once again I'll just start looking around again. Go ahead.
Getting closer to the table there, sorry, just to ping it again. That table, you are able to make out a few of the items on there seem to be a little bit more morbid than you would have thought, just to be resting on a table. Various like bits of pelt seem to be skinned and on the table. A few smatterings of bone shards, and one or two odd things that you aren't able to identify.
Okay. Guess I'll just get close to the table and just examine everything on it as everyone else is coming in.
You aren't able to gather much more information just at a glance from that. Like the things that you weren't able to identify there, things that are you've never seen them before. You can tell that they're of a nature that they came from a creature, but you aren't sure what the fuck they are or what their purpose is or why they're here.
I guess I will take a step up and I guess gesture for everyone to come in. You know, not making a noise or not speaking when they're first.
Alright.
And go back to the table.
Lead them into a trap.
Nox.
Oh, I was
Into the
ready for you to
room.
go. That's good. You're, in-
Fuck that.
you're both in front of me. Good luck.
No, motherfucker. You've been AFK for like the past fucking 10 minutes. Get in the room.
I haven't been AFK. I've been listening.
I'm not going in fucking first.
So, from here,
And
what are you
I'm
guys doing?
basically with Charles.
On the
I'm
far
using a
side of the
Lather
room,
Charles'
past
cover.
on the far side of the room, past all of the boxes and tables, you are able to make out that there does seem to be a similarly heavy set door. There
So
seems
do
to
we
also
wanna-
be a scribbling of somewhat above it.
So do we want to leave it there or do we open?
Yes, please.
Yeah, we can leave it there.
Yep. So we'll put it there. Right. So everyone say good day to the recording.
Oh, cunt!
Good day.
Oh
Good
my
day,
god,
mate.
Dan, you're not allowed to say that. What if the Americans hear us?
Shit.
They're gonna get their Karens onto us. Right. Cheers, lads. Thanks for
Like
coming.
half the party is fucking Americans. Cheers.
You know what? No, only like 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
so that's half of them.
Recordings out.
No.